Are you driving your car or doing laundry right now? Podcasts go best when they're bundled with another activity, like Progressive home and auto policies. They're best when bundled too. Having these two policies together makes insurance easier and could help you save. Customers who save by switching their home and car insurance to Progressive save nearly $800 on average. Quote a home and car bundle today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $793 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2021 and May 2022. Potential savings will vary.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Hey, you know Robin Adele Anderson, don't you?
I mean, I do.
That's all
everybody.
That's a good question. She's that singer with the retro band Postmodern Jukebox.
Yeah, she's got sweet pipes.
Yeah. And she sings well, too.
Okay.
No, too soon? Sorry. Well, she's the one that, does all those cool versions of different rock songs. She's got this jazz quartet, and she's at it again. She's
Is she on the outs with the Postmodern Jukebox people? Because I feel like whenever we play their stuff, they've got a guest singer singing for them, and then whenever we play her stuff, she's got her jazz quartet that's not the Postmodern Jukebox people.
Yeah, you're right. And so on this one, is she not with them?
No. So is there, are we missing out on some serious beef and we're just acting like that's not the case?
That's a really good point. My brain put it that they were both together doing this, but you're right. They're saying she's been doing stuff with them, but this one isn't her.
If you Google it, why did Robin Adele Anderson leave Postmodern Jukebox? Anderson's leaving was speculated to be due to a potential breakup with Scott Bradley.
Oh.
Who the F is Scott Bradley?
Wow. Must be a band member.
Though she ended up returning in later videos in the new year, but much more sporadically, while Stroud's leave remains blah, blah, blah. So it sounds like she's sometimes makes appearances with them, but they're not together anymore.
It's kind of like No Doubt with Gwen and Tony the bassist.
Yeah.
They try to work it out together, but eventually you go your separate ways.
Is that what?
I don't know. That is what happened with No Doubt. I think she just realized she can make a lot of money without the other three people.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, I hope they can figure it out and eventually get back together, because that's the happy ending I want.
Oh, okay.
The two of you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you go to a massage parlor, they're not going to be able to help you out with Robin.
Sometimes you just want an ending to be pleasant, and it has nothing to do with anything raunchy, you guys.
I know, but consider the source.
All right. So should I say a pleasant ending?
There we go. That's it.
All right. Pleasant finality.
Here's a pleasant finality. Even if they don't get together, we enjoy what Postmodern Jukebox does.
Yes.
And, of course, we love Robin Adele Anderson. And she's reimagined Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. Okay, and she's got a jazz quartet, and so they're all doing this together.
All right.
So this is Black Hole Sun jazzed up.
Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't
just proves that song is a great song no matter how you do it.
Yeah.
But the original is always going to be better.
I couldn't tell if Steve was falling asleep during it or if he was into it.
I was into it.
You were watching the video, and
I
it was
was.
like your eyes were kind of like, ah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that version. I think it's too fast.
Oh.
Huh.
I think, to me, my mind is you got that super sultry jazz voice, smoke blowing through the club, and it's a slower version where she's just got this great, deep, bassy
You
voice.
should DM her and tell her how you want her to do it in the
Well,
future.
I just feel like Black Hole
Yeah.
Sun is better that way, at least jazz style. I think it's got to be slower.
Dude, that song, to make you feel old, is approaching 30 years old
Shut
next year.
Up, sir.
Yep, 1994 that song came out.
That's not the happy ending I was looking for.
It's a pleasant finality.
God,
actually.
really? Almost 30. It's 29 years old.
The reason why I was even thinking about that is because Soundgarden posted on their Instagram page, which is New Dragons. That's their alter ego name, like when they did some secret shows. So originally they didn't have the rights of Soundgarden, but they just kept it anyway now. But they posted that Pretty Noose, the song that was a newer song based on Black Hole Sun, just celebrated 27 years. And I was like, jeez, man. So, of course, what do? I not wasted, but I got stuck in the rabbit hole this morning of just watching Soundgarden videos, which I don't know if you've done recently, but you might want to do yourself a favor and do it. Those videos are phenomenal. Like,
Really?
Pretty News, Black Hole Sun, Blow Up the Outside World. They're all trippy and weird, but then you start paying attention to Chris Cornell's lyrics. And man, oh man, like he was really kind of wearing his heart on his sleeve. And like, you didn't really pay attention. I didn't, because I wasn't a lyrics guy. But now, knowing what's happening in his life, and you hear some of those lyrics, you're like, man, that guy was just giving us all of his feelings for his art.
Yeah.
And they're such great songs.
Yeah, dude. And of course, if you listen now, obviously, now it's even, even if you heard him then, would you have really been able to figure it out as much as now that we know, like, whoa.
And then you spend time like on the YouTube comments, and everyone's got that same. It's either how haunting the lyrics are, or how much better of a time the 1990s music era was than it is now.
Oh,
which I
man.
don't disagree. The 90s were the best times.
Oh, here you go. You're starting to sound like that guy.
I don't care if I sound like that guy. I'm speaking facts.
Man.
There is not a better era.
Oh, my
70s
God.
come close.
Oh, don't even get me going. Don't even get me
Too
going.
late. I'm gone.
Yeah, you're going. Look, I am not going to diminish the Seattle sound. It's a great sound.
It's not just Seattle. It's all 90s, all music.
Well, yeah, I'm not
rap,
gonna, no.
alternative,
I'm not gonna,
rock.
I can't go that far.
All right, maybe not country,
Yeah.
but pop, sure.
Oh, wasn't Garth Brooks a 90s guy?
Yeah, go after that era of
Oh,
country.
wow. All right.
Actually, I don't have any issues with Garth Brooks.
Yeah, okay. That's that is a great battle to have, because I just feel like 80s music was fantastic.
80s music was pure trash.
And I know you feel that way.
90% of it.
Yeah. Well, that's, at least you give us 10%.
Yes.
That's you know what?
Because Guns N' Roses dipped in at the end of the 80s.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Well, how can you really? But how can you diminish what the Spin Doctors brought to the table? I'm sorry.
Fine. Not every band was 100% in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So anyway, I love that conversation, but it also just goes to show, man, when do we become that guy where we just go, our decade was the best decade? I don't care.
Well, when it's the truth, I mean, what do you want from me?
Oh, here we go. Oh, man. And I know the 70s was good, but I still love the 80s better than the 70s.
Wow. See, 70s are a close second place to the 90s.
You forget pop punk, baby, which I know was born in the late 70s, but I still attribute it to the 80s.
But really, it didn't get its true good footing. It was in the 90s with Green Day.
Yeah, and I
agree
would
with Steve on that one.
Yeah.
I would 100% disagree with you, only because of how deep I go with some pop punk, especially.
But I'm talking like a mass appeal. I mean, the Buzzcocks were a very good band, but they weren't mass appeal.
Mm-hmm. Well, again,
the Ramones, even though we all look at them fondly, they sold more T-shirts than records.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
right.
until like a band like Green Day that really put pop punk as like a household style of music.
Yeah,
if that's even a term.
The essence, and what a great battle to have. When you grow up in a town that I think had one of the best pop punk bands that was emulated, that nobody even knows they were emulated from. I think bands, like the Cars, the B-52s, and even a little bit of Devo took from this band, in my opinion, which you may never even heard of this band.
Which band is this?
The Human Sexual Response. Did you ever hear of HSR? Or how about the song Jackie Onassis? I want to be Jackie Onassis. Anybody ever hear that
I
song?
only know it because you've brought it up before, to be honest with you.
HSR,
HSR sounds like something I need to go to the doctor for.
It's very true. I just dipped into their library. You can get them on any music service, but look up Human Sexual Response. And Danny, even you, because of the fact that you like Green Day, I just feel like that band, to me, is why I love the 80s. And Steve, here's the thing. The 80s doesn't really sound as cool as that band. So that's why I can't argue with you that you'll be like, okay. But the lyrics of what that band talked about, I think the boundaries they broke, including that song Jackie Onassis, because she was sort of like a goddess, queen, untouchable figure in the Boston area. And this band was like,
This is a Boston band.
Oh, definitely.
It's a Boston band.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Why would it?
And consider
This is crazy talk.
consider new wave, not consider anywhere post punk.
All the bands you listed, I would not consider to be pop punk at all.
Well, here's what I mean,
they might be like, they might have inspired some pop punk
That's
bands.
what I'm saying.
But they're not pop punk bands.
Yeah, new wave and pop punk to me are similar because I just feel like there's elements of both in there. And
Think about the 90s, man. Green Day, you had Offspring put out Smash in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that record. I think Danny might, I don't think he'll disagree with me on that.
Well,
because it's the Offspring.
I'm bringing up the Vapors. The Vapors, which are only known for that Turning Japanese song, but actually their whole album to me has a pop punk feel to it and doesn't really, it's not even really Turning Japanese-ish. And to me, Danny, you listen to the Vapors' early stuff, and I hear Green Day in that, even though the Vapors were considered new wave. So there you go. But anyway, the bottom line is I love the 80s. Thank you.
Hell, even Blink-182 was at the end of the 90s.
Yep.
You cannot find me a better decade.
I mean, it's hard to argue because I don't hate the 90s the way you hate the 80s.
I don't even hate the 80s. I just don't like it. Hate's a strong word.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I don't like the 90s because I do. So, I mean, it's really a tough argument to have. Hey, there was a poll done on the best and worst baseball mascots.
Oh, boy.
And you got to wonder, okay, as we're getting close to opening day, how did the Mariner Moose do? Steve's going to tell you. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
You diet, you work out, and still there's that one stubborn spot. Hey, it's Jason. I just went after my stubborn fat by doing cool sculpting at Tureen Dermatology, Minnesota's top cool sculpting provider. Dr. Tureen is my dermatologist. We froze my fat, and those fat cells are gone for good. FDA approved, no pain, no downtime. Ranked top doctor 8 years in a row. Trust the experts at Tureen Dermatology. Call today, 651-633-6883, and say goodbye to stubborn fat.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs report. And today is a very special day. Time to tickle the ivories, boys.
Hey, listen, I think you should do that on your own time.
Who's this ivory?
Yeah.
Piano Day. Happy National Piano Day.
All right.
Trying to think of like what would be the one song would be Piano Man? We would consider that to be the greatest piano song.
Oh, I mean, it's about a piano man,
right?
But I mean, isn't there great piano in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
So
also, the opening to and the ending to Home Sweet Home from Motley Crue.
Okay.
Tommy Lee and his third arm play that. That's why it's so hard to play. Any Ben Folds song.
Oh, okay.
She's a brick and
Any Something Corporate song.
Something Corporate. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Those guys, they introduced me to a vaporizer, like weed smoking apparatus that gave me a panic attack and I had to run off of their bus.
That's not surprising.
It was pretty amazing.
Vaporizers are awesome.
There was like this giant thing and it kind of like blew up into like a balloon.
Yes.
And they're like, just take it easy, man. I'm like, take it easy. You don't know who you're playing with. And I didn't take it easy.
Yeah.
And then I just sat on the bus and like held on for dear life. And we weren't moving. I was just holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
And finally I go, I have to go. And they just were like, we figured dude. You took way too big of a hit.
Vaporizers are legit.
And then they played you some piano.
I don't even know what happened after that. All I know is I'll never forget. Every time I hear something corporate, I'm like, they got me really stoned.
That's funny.
That was a cool band.
Yeah.
Who's the front? Andrew McMahon?
Yeah. Andrew
something?
McMahon, yeah.
Yeah, dude. He had some good stuff, too, as a solo artist as well. Shout out
He
to
had some
those
good
guys.
stuff, all right.
He did have some good stuff. Boy, I was like, man, I got this. Like the knife hits. I'm all right. Let's go.
This is a
Big
touching
bomb
tribute
hits.
to Piano Day.
Yeah, well, what do you want? Listen to some Tori Amos?
There you go.
There we go.
1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
One of the best songs of the 2000s.
And just listen to Chopsticks, the classic. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, thanks for that.
All right, it's also National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day, so shout out to all. What do we do? I mean, do they have to have a kid in order to be considered a mom and pop business?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
The business is their kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, then shout out to my friends Ethan and Stephanie over at Destiny City Comics.
Yeah.
Great comic book store over in Tacoma. If you're ever in the Tacoma area, definitely check them out. They've got awesome stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the mom and pop businesses are really awesome.
Yeah, have anyone you want to give a shout out to? At some mom and pop?
Zulu's Board Game
Zulu's?
Cafe.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. And
Where are they again?
And he has kids. So he qualifies.
He's double dipping.
Yeah, he does have kids. He does have a wife, so that he's a mom and pop.
Is that north of Seattle?
Yes, Bothell. Yeah.
What about you, Vicky?
I'd say kind of following along the same vein as BJ at Card Kingdom, Cafe Mux.
Yeah.
They have a couple locations.
I had a mom and pop business.
Danny?
Of course, I got to go with my favorite bars in West Seattle, Two Finger Social and Till Dawn. They're owned by Andrew, and they are the best whiskey dive bars. And then Till Dawn is for coffee and donuts.
I think that could be.
Whoa, where's that? West Seattle, you said?
Yeah.
Till Dawn. What
Till
a great
Dawn.
name.
They also have beer and video games. You can go board game there.
To go back to the bar, I think that should be Joe's next pickup line.
Yeah.
He goes up to a girl and says, "Would you like to go with me to the Two Finger Social?"
Exactly.
Wow.
And then when they get all weirded out by it, no, it's a bar in West Seattle. What's wrong with you? I'm a classy man.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for my future wife.
Plus, you get some good whiskey there.
Get some good whiskey.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Northwest Fitco, the gym that I go to. That's a mom and pop shop.
Oh, really?
They've been renovating, doing some new stuff over there, but it's a good group of people, and it's not a big corporate gym, so I think it's pretty awesome of them what they're able to pull off.
That's really cool.
Hell yeah, they're good people in Puyallup. There's a lot of good people in Puyallup, BJ.
Are there?
Yes. There's also a lot of good people on the baseball diamond, and those people kind of are furry or plushy or whatever you want to call them. They're mascots. It's a weird transition, but it's the best that I could give you.
That would be furry.
Furry.
Yeah, you're kind of a furry guy every once in a while.
Furry.
Yeah, fur. Yeah.
Fur.
You're thinking not like pho, like like when they have some pho.
That's pho.
Yeah.
Fur.
All right, good job.
Furry.
There we go.
Mascot. Is mascot good?
You did okay.
What about Jackass? Does that sound right?
Oh, Jackass is my favorite show.
Well, anyways, Major League Baseball, big opening day tomorrow. Let's go Mariners are taking on the Cleveland Guardians.
Come on.
Over at T-Mobile Park, and of course they'll be featuring the true star, and that's not J-Rod. That's not Kelnick. That's not Big Dumper. That's the Mariner Moose, of course.
That's what we're talking about.
A legend.
Yeah.
So somebody decided to put together a head-to-head mascot matchup to pick who's the best mascot and who's the worst mascot in Major League Baseball. So do you think the Mariner Moose would be in the top 10 or the bottom, or I guess the top 15 or the bottom 15 or 14?
Boy, this is a tough
Not
one.
every team has a mascot, if you didn't know that. I guess most do. Only 3 teams don't have a mascot. Do you know who they are?
Wow, you know what? I don't. I this is real. Why wouldn't you have a mascot?
Yeah, we're looking at you, Yankees. Yankees don't have a mascot.
The Yankees, the Yankees don't
we're
have any.
traditional. We're
Yeah,
pinstripes.
exactly. They don't have. They really don't have a lot of stuff that you go. Are you serious?
The Dodgers, they don't have a mascot.
Really?
No.
Oh,
And then the Angels as well.
the Halos don't have a mascot.
You think because they're just so close to Disney, so they're just like, we don't need to keep. We're not going to be able to top that.
You know something? You may have a point there. That surprises me about the Angels. The Yankees and Dodgers are super old clubs. You know what I mean? Like you talk about tradition.
Yeah.
But the Halos, that surprises me.
Yeah.
All right, so
there you go.
I think the Moose does crack the top 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone agree on that?
Agreed,
Vicky?
yeah.
Well, you're all right. How about not even just the top 15, the top 10?
Nice.
Oh, nice. Good for the
The
Moose.
Mariner Moose is considered the 8th best mascot in Major League Baseball.
All right.
Who do you think's number one?
Well, you know what? I just have a place in my heart for Wally, the Green Monster.
Wally the Green, of course, because it's Boston.
Yeah.
Right? That one did not even... Where is that one? Jeez.
Wally's not even in the top
10. Top 10.
Oh,
number 9. Right behind the moose where he should be. Standing at the moose's behind.
Wally's fun. I think of the Cookie
Wally
Monster
is pretty cool,
and the Green Monster.
Yeah.
He's pretty fun.
So number 1, I was not very familiar with, but it's in Detroit. It's the Detroit Tigers mascot, and that's Paws.
Oh. He's what?
Tiger.
He's number 1?
He's number 1.
That's BS.
Well, I don't know what he does, so how can we say it's BS?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a tiger.
I don't know many baseball mascots, but I would imagine that the Philly Fanatic would have been number 1.
The Philly Fanatic, you would think, number 10.
Because that's the one that
It's a
I
legend.
think of. Yeah,
It's a legend.
Yeah.
He is a legend, but you know what? He's been usurped by some better guys.
And I would always thought, my first thought was like the San Diego Chicken with the Padres, but he's not doing it.
No, they got a whole different guy. They got a Padre guy, right?
Yeah, they got the Friar, the swinging Friar, which is that logo that I love the logo, but apparently people don't like the mascot because that's considered the worst mascot in all of baseball.
Really? The Friar?
Yes.
Okay.
And number 2 is Clark the Cub. I get that one from the Chicago Cubs. That's a pretty fun one.
All right.
TC Bear, the Minnesota Twins.
I didn't even know that they have a bear for a mascot in Minnesota?
Yeah.
You think they'd have a pair of twins something?
Maybe they have 2 of them. Yeah.
I hope so, because they're the twins.
Twin Bears. Mr. Met, you can't go wrong with Mr. Met, number 5.
Oh, the big baseball-looking dude. He's just a baseball head.
And now, especially with the trumpet and Mrs. Met.
Yeah.
He's got some nice legs for a mascot. That's pretty cool.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Also, number 4, it's an elephant. It's Stomper from the Oakland A's.
That is, you know what? I love that because of the whole history of that, basically the A's being like a white elephant team. And they just decided to embrace it and have an elephant as a mascot.
Oh, it's so great. That mascot is pretty awesome. Also, the second worst mascot, I'm bringing him up because we're playing them tomorrow, and that's Slider from the Cleveland Guardians.
Okay, he's new. He has to be. That's why he's I don't even know what he looks like.
Hey, can we pull up Slider? I don't even know what Slider is.
I mean,
is he a Guardian?
Well, it obviously is a pitch in baseball, so it's a cool name.
I know,
I give that.
Or is it some kind of... Oh, it looks like some kind of weird-looking purple thing.
Weird.
Actually...
Oh, wow.
It's giving me gritty vibes, so maybe it's going to work its way up when it starts endearing itself with people.
He doesn't look like anything like a Guardian or anything like a Slider.
He looks like a Muppet.
Yeah.
Like a large yellow nose and shaggy yellow eyebrows, and he's just giant purple-looking Muppet creature.
Okay.
That looks like a weird acid trip. I think he should be in the top 5.
That is so weird. All right. He's got to be relatively new. I never heard of him until
Created
today.
in 1990, inspired by the Philly Fanatic.
Oh, there you. Well, you guys called it.
What the hell? Where has he been all
I have never noticed him ever.
Do you guys remember Telly from Sesame Street?
Yes.
It's like Telly on a bender. Like, that's Telly.
Yeah.
And then it's like he just like grew his nose hair and eyebrows.
Telly on a bender.
It's like Telly discovered hallucinogenics and listened to like Sgt. Pepper or something like that. I don't know what's going on.
Wow, Slider's been around since the 90s?
Yeah.
I always thought they had Chief Wahoo when they, before they changed the name
maybe they
to
had
the
multiple.
Guardians.
Sometimes temes have a couple of different mascots.
All right.
Well,
this is my first time hearing a Slider.
No, now he's on our radar. So Slider, yes, you have tall order. You got to show us up.
Yeah,
just not tomorrow when the Mariners play the Cleveland Guardians.
That's all I'm asking for.
Speaking of like mascot type things, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse was in town yesterday, guys.
What was he? What, really?
Apparently, he's celebrating a 100-year anniversary of Disney. Yeah. And he took his private jet here to the Northwest and was letting everybody know about the reimagined Toontown that opened at Disneyland on March 19th.
Dude.
And I did not know this.
Yeah, apparently he went, not yesterday, day before. He was here at the station, and no one told us about it.
Excuse me?
I'm very angry about it.
Because I saw he was at Como, and I saw the pictures of him, and he's looking good in his silver jacket.
Mickey came here?
Mickey was at the station?
He brought us, that's where all those Mickey Rice Krispie treats came from.
Oh, I was kind of trying to...
Mickey?
Yeah.
Wait, Mickey brought those Rice Krispie treats?
Mickey brought the Rice Krispie treats. I saw our coworkers posting about it, and I sent a very... well-worded email, and they told me that...
I hope the words were 3, WTF.
Yeah, I mean, Danny's if anybody in this station is a Mickey guy, it's Danny.
They told me
I would have brought my daughter here.
Yeah! They told me that they didn't know about it, and that was very last minute, and I was like,
bull crap.
What
This is
kind
Disney.
Of answer is that?
Yeah,
no way. Do you know Mickey doesn't just go on a whim and say, I'm going to Seattle. Like, I'm sure there was some planning done.
That's
all these people at Como seem to know. They got pictures with him.
Yep.
They have a special background and everything ready to go.
Yep.
So
wow, we got screwed.
Did anyone get pictures with him here?
They did, but they all posted them on their stories, so they all disappeared.
See, they're all in cahoots. They didn't want us to know about it.
Yep.
Why else would you do it?
Yep.
You know what? These hours suck. We never get any of the fun.
I would have came back for it. Well, okay, maybe not. I maybe would have stayed late for that.
Yeah, I bet you would have, and you probably would have had your kid Ubered up here.
And all we get is the Rice Krispie treat.
Okay, they were good.
I mean, that was a nice,
I
nice
know,
thing
but
to have.
still, come on,
I was trying to
Mickey.
figure out why we had those, and I was like, because it was next to like a Mariners press release on our kitchen table, and I'm like, what does Mickey Mouse ears shaped Rice Krispie treat and Mickey Mouse ears have to do with the Mariners? And I'm like, is there a special giveaway? And
by the way, Mickey, great move bringing your Rice Krispie treats. Shaped like Mickey's head with colored ears, with whether you like white chocolate or
dipped
dark
in white and
chocolate.
dipped in dark chocolate.
Dude, and sprinkled on the ears. Oh, man.
They sell those ones in the park right next to these amazing chocolate chip cookies. And that's why I was like, what is happening?
Oh, I packaged a couple because we're thinking of going to Disneyland in a few months for vacation. So to save a couple dollars, I think I'm going to smuggle it in.
Oh, now our production manager, Jason's rubbing it in. He hung out here for about an hour.
Of what
around
time?
3 p.m.
Oh, 3 p.m.?
Yeah.
I'll F that. Sticking around till 3 p.m. for Mickey. I mean, maybe Minnie. Not Mickey. Goofy for sure.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Goofy, yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's BS.
Like if Gritty was here at 3, I'd come back.
Hey, let's be honest. If Gritty was here at 10 p.m., you'd come back.
Yeah, I would get in my car and say, babe, don't worry. I'll just sleep at the station.
Yeah, it's Gritty.
I said, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Ryan Leaf. You know, the guy that used to play for the Washington State Cougars.
Oh,
He's been through some tough stuff in his life, and he's turned his life around and dealt with some more crap and then turned his life around again. Seems like he's doing very well for himself. He won the internet yesterday.
What happened?
One of the greatest posts ever on Twitter. So some Twitter page called Stadium Rant posted a picture of Ryan Leaf wearing a San Diego Charger jersey, number 16. And, you know, obviously he had some issues and didn't turn out to be the top draft pick that everyone thought he might be in the NFL. And the question was, what sports jersey do you own that you regret buying? With a picture of Ryan Leaf. Well, Ryan quote tweeted that saying, I have a few of those. I didn't buy them, though. I got $31 million to wear it. Is that the same thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ryan
Shut it
Leaf.
down, baby. Hey, as far as weather, 59 degrees, going to be sunny today. Thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Septic, and Mechanical for giving us the Migs Report.
Wow. I mean, I know he's gone through some tough times, but I hope that he was able to make that $31 million work for him, though, so that he still doesn't have to worry about cash.
I have no idea. I don't remember if there's any stories about him bankrupt. And they're probably, I'm sure someone will tell us. But
yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, because losing out on $31 million would be.
Yeah, but that is because that's a great comeback.
It's like when people were trying to give like Matt Flynn a hard time and like, hey, this guy, he made all this money and didn't throw a single ball in Seattle. And he responded one time to someone like trolling him. He's like, yeah, isn't that awesome? And I'm like, good for you, Matt Flynn.
I mean, seriously, talk about a guy that no one will ever know that had probably the biggest payday for someone you'll never know.
Yeah.
I mean, he might go down in the record books as probably one of the richest quarterbacks you'll never know.
I would love a story, or that would be a great, like, kind of like a fun 30 for 30, where it's like let's catch up on like the success stories of all the backup quarterbacks that made millions of dollars and never had to throw a ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes so many great backup. When you think about the people that have never really played a lot for the Seattle Seahawks, you got Matt Flynn, and of course Gino's story last year because he didn't play a lot
up until yeah.
So I mean, you know what? You want to be a backup quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. You're going to get paid one way or the other.
And they just paid Drew Lock. I mean, obviously, they made a deal so they could cover their own butts if they end up drafting somebody. But if they end up keeping him on the team for next season, he's getting paid pretty well.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
No wonder he's got a great attitude.
I would too.
I mean, he doesn't have to get his ass kicked by an offensive line that's a little sketchy.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, I think you sit on that bench and you go, Gino, man, I got your back, buddy. You just stay out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, hey, man, look, you're not going to be our starting quarterback. But we'll give you a few $1 million next year just to kind of hang out.
Wait, you said I'm not going to be the starting quarterback and you give me a few $1 million? I
don't have to get hit by anybody?
Woo! Thank you, Seattle. Yeah. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
On a boat, what is the opposite of port?
The bow?
No.
The bow?
No.
The lunk?
No.
The lunk.
I don't know why I even said that.
I'm not sure either. I mean, someone could say maybe you're a lunk head.
You know what it was? I was trying to think of something that has the letter L for left.
Oh, very good.
Because bow for me meant right, even though there's not an R in it.
Yeah. Well, the trick in naval terms is port and left both have 4 letters and end with a T. So that's when you know when they go hard to port, go left, and then hard to starboard is go right.
Man.
See that? That's how you know.
I hope they don't need me to make that decision quickly.
Yeah, no, I know. I've had to drill that into my brain. Not that I will ever be steering a boat anytime soon.
Because there are times someone's like, hey, make a left. And I have to look at my hand and be like, oh, that makes an L. Okay, I'll go left.
There you go. That's it.
I should just tattoo an R and an L on my hand.
I feel like that's a great idea.
I actually like that.
I support this.
Okay.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Give dads and grads the gift of relaxation with Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Dads and Grads Season Ticket to Relax offers $30 off a massage or facial gift card or $70 off a massage and facial gift package. With 8 Seattle area locations, it's easy to find the one nearest you or explore exclusive online gift card sales. Let Hand and Stone help dads and grads restore, relax, and reset. Restrictions apply. See spa for more details.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit Max.com.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
What do you do when your employee gets hurt on the job? Here's a story about Jay. He got hurt at work and couldn't perform his normal duties. That's rough, but there's good news. You see, Jay works for TISA, and TISA wants to do right by her employee. She knows all about L&I's Stay at Work program, so TISA gets to keep a valuable employee like Jay on the payroll doing a light-duty job while he heals. And TISA gets reimbursed half of Jay's wages up to $10,000. Now, that's what we call a win-win. Learn more at lni.wa.gov/stay at work.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Whether you're driving, cooking, or doing laundry, Progressive knows the podcasts you listen to go best when they're bundled with another activity. Much like how their Progressive home and auto policies go best when they're bundled. Having these two policies together makes taking care of your insurance easier and could help you save, too. Customers who save by switching their home and car insurance to Progressive save nearly $800 on average. That's a whole lot of savings and protection for your favorite podcast listening activities, like going on a road trip, cooking dinner, and even hitting the home gym. Yep, your home and your car are even easier to protect when you bundle your insurance together. Find your perfect combo. Get a home and car insurance quote at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $793 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2021 and May 2022. Potential savings will vary.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Seattle Rock Day is coming very, very soon.
Oh, a couple weeks. Less than that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, I think it's next Friday.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's next Friday. A week from this Friday. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, April 7th. That's the date.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
We're going to be here.
Yeah. It's Seattle Rock Day on April 7th. Our annual celebration where we play nothing but music from the Pacific Northwest and celebrate Seattle's strong music history.
Oh, some of the greatest bands. Of course, we know Alice in Chains. We know Soundgarden. Let's not forget bands like the Screaming Trees and Mudhoney, Malfunction. Lots of great bands. I mean, Sir Mix-a-Lot. There's been a rich history. Jimi Hendrix to Macklemore. I mean, Harvey Danger. All styles, all genres, man. Seattle is where it's at.
And for the fourth year in a row, we're going to be celebrating the great organization of SMASH because it's Seattle musicians' access to sustainable health care. SMASH does great work, medical, dental, mental health services for a lot of band people at a low, low cost since they don't have health insurance plans provided to them by their company because they are their company.
Right, yeah. They're just struggling artists, a lot of these guys and girls.
And Seattle Rock Day also is Seattle Rock Night, celebrating at Madame Lou's in Belltown, a live rock show, and highlighting the great sounds of Seattle, baby.
Some of the great current bands like Glenn Cannon and the Damage Done, Wyatt Only and the Wreckage. I mean, Eve Clark is going to be there as well. And of course, you can't have a party without the world's worst cover band, and that's the New Originals, KISW's house band, myself, Thrill, Ryan Castle, Kyle Court, of course, and Glenn Cannon, a bunch of Joey, a bunch of great people are going to be a part of this show, and it's going to be a blast, and we're going to be playing some of your favorite Seattle songs.
And if you want more info about all of this, all you got to do is go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Well, happy hump day, everybody.
Woo! Nice.
Halfway there. And everything hurts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm feeling like an old lady today. I can't move my hips.
What were you doing yesterday?
I don't know. I don't know what caused it, but all of a sudden, like, everything just hurts. Maybe I, stood the wrong way, but I've been trying to stretch it out. I feel like BJ.
Dude, I know,
Maybe
but
you sneezed or something.
Yeah, I know. Slept on it wrong.
You're like half my age, man. You can't be feeling this way.
But I feel like you because I'm out there doing the stretches, hoping nobody sees me.
Did you buy a walking pole yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I really hope that's not my
It's
next
happening
step.
soon, girl.
Well, if anybody has any suggestions on how I can feel better, let me know.
I'm sure there's some people who will be more than happy to help you stretch.
But until then, we do have a game to get to. We have Ken from Tacoma. Ken, are you there?
What up, what up?
What up,
What
Ken?
up? All right, see.
Hey.
Get out of here.
Why did I become Yogi Bear?
I don't know.
We'll get a picnic basket.
For those playing at home, Ken has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Totally.
What type of milk is a basic ingredient in Thai cuisine?
Coconut.
Correct. What is the traditional Christmas plant in the United States?
Christmas what?
Plant.
Can you repeat the question?
What is the traditional Christmas plant in the United States?
Oh, poinsettia.
Correct. Lightning McQueen is a fictional character in what animated movie?
Cars.
Correct. In what mid-2000s year was Pixar sold to Disney?
2004, 5-6.
6, yes. What is Joey's last name on the sitcom Friends?
D's.
No.
Pass.
The Blair Witch Project is set in which state?
Maryland.
Yes. How many eyes does the monster called a Cyclops have?
One.
Yes. What is the name of the fictional sports game in the Harry Potter series?
Quidditch.
Correct. What is the first name of the character Doctor Strange?
Steven.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct. And I think
we lost him.
he either hung up or
Danny, I don't know if we heard correctly if he got the Cyclops right.
Yeah.
I thought he said 1.
Yeah, we did not. We know the answer, but we were like, I couldn't really tell. I heard and you were like, that's fine for me.
I heard the nun, like the last part of it. So.
Oh, sure you did. Okay.
Mickey AI over
You hear what
Oh, yeah.
you want to hear.
BJ, Mr. Deaf Guy over here. Is
That's why I got Danny backing me up this time.
Danny doesn't pay attention.
That's true, actually.
All right, so that means we're both right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Or very wrong. Steve, are you ready?
All right.
What type of milk is a basic ingredient in Thai cuisine?
Curry milk.
No.
Goat milk.
No.
Oh man, I could see almond milk.
No.
Sorry, sir.
What is the traditional Christmas plant in the United States?
Oh crap. A cactus.
No.
Evergreen.
No.
A Douglas fir.
No. Lightning McQueen is a fictional character in what animated movie?
The Incredibles.
No.
Oh, pass.
In what mid-2000s year was Pixar sold to Disney?
2004.
No.
2005.
No.
2006.
Yes.
Okay.
What is Joey's last name on the sitcom Friends?
Joey Breadsticks.
No.
Joey Bobetti.
No.
Joey Belladonna.
No. The Blair Witch Project is set in which state?
Massachusetts.
No.
New York.
No.
Oh my God, this is such a beating for you today.
Virginia.
No.
No.
How many eyes does the monster called the Cyclops have?
1.
Yes.
Let's go.
What is the name of the fictional sports game in Harry Potter?
Cribbage.
No.
Cribbage.
No.
Cribbage.
No.
Cribbage.
1, 2,
It's not
correct.
cribbage or quibbage.
You
2?
lost spectacularly, 8-2.
Why did I try if he got 8 right?
Drop the deuce, baby.
Gosh, I should have
Oh, my
stopped.
goodness.
Yeah, I was hoping you would.
Some of these I was very surprised you didn't get.
Yeah. Oh, you deserve this.
You all suck.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Wow. Spectacular.
Quidditch?
Quidditch,
Yeah,
yes.
with a D. Double
With a
D,
D,
buddy.
not a B.
You guys got to give me some props to even kind of know it.
Oh, I mean, look, I'm not saying.
Would you like
that,
a half a point or a third of a point?
No, I just want an attaboy.
Attaboy.
Thank you.
A half a point.
Steve can pat your head.
A half a point to Moron Door. Let's give that to him.
The type of milk that's the basic ingredient in Thai cuisine is coconut milk.
Coconut milk. I could not
Yeah,
think of it.
I thought you like Thai food. That's why I thought you'd get it.
I love Thai food.
He doesn't know what's in his food.
I don't, honestly.
Fair. What is the traditional Christmas plant in the United States? You also got that right. Is poinsettia.
Yeah, come on, man.
Poinsettia.
Yeah.
I would have accepted Noche Buena, which is how you say it in Spanish.
Noche
You would have
buena.
accepted that?
Well, just
Oh,
just to show off.
All right. Okay, fair enough.
The movie where you'd find Lightning McQueen is Cars,
Okay, yeah.
which is a fun one.
You know, it's been on in the background. We haven't really gotten. She hasn't been hooked on that one yet.
Fair. That makes sense.
All right.
The Joey's last name on the sitcom Friends, no one got.
Joey Chestnut.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tribbiani.
Tribbiani.
Now that you say it, I know.
I've heard you say it before. That's why I thought you'd get that
No,
one too.
it was a brain fart on that one too.
And you were kind of close with the Blair Witch Project. It was Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
And then one you did not get to. What is the first name of the character Doctor Strange?
Fred.
No.
Franklin.
Think about our teachings from our videos that we watched to learn how to do this business.
Alliteration.
Alliteration, my friend.
Steve.
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
Steven, actually.
Okay. Would you
Oh,
take
yeah.
in Steve?
No.
No.
He wouldn't. He's not a Steve. He's a Steve.
Yeah, he
I'm a
definitely-
Steve.
Oh, so he's in trouble a lot then.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the only time I get called
He's a
Steve.
fancy
Or
pants.
he's, hoity-toity. It's like
He's a hoity-toity.
Steven
Is
shit.
it a PH or is it a V?
PH.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hoity-toity.
Yeah,
That's
Steven.
not my. That's not my. I'm not part of that
Stephen
Steve
Strange.
family.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Steve, for being awake and
Yeah.
kind of here.
I was here. I showed up.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there was a recent study that was done on the extremes that people will go through for their favorite sports teams. As, of course, we got, opening day coming up tomorrow. Mm-hmm. What are these extreme things people are doing? I'll tell you. It's 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. In a new study, sports fanatics were asked about the extremes that they're willing to go to in order to see their favorite competitions live and in person.
Nice. That's good to see that fans are going back to the real true name, and that's fanatics.
Yeah.
When you're obsessive and you do stupid stuff and spend a ridiculous amount of money for your team.
Yep.
Which I've never been guilty of.
No, never
Never once. Never once went to Phoenix and spent thousands of dollars to see the Seahawks not run the ball on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, that never happened.
No, not bitter.
Yeah, at least you stayed in the country.
I did.
Yeah. How about like 45% of the people in this survey said, yeah, they left to see a game. They left the country. They go, I'll travel. And I wonder if that's footballers, folks that like, soccer.
Oh, I bet.
A lot of folks doing that.
And also, think about it, like the Seahawks now doing those games in London and in Germany. Like Ted Smith has gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to do one of those trips. Got to get a passport, I guess. But, besides that.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, if you really need a passport, you ought to check that out then.
That'll probably be the reason why. I was like, you're finally getting a passport.
Yeah.
So you can go see the Seahawks play in some other country.
Now you're doing it.
Yes. Priorities.
Yeah. 35% say they have planned a vacation, a specific vacation, just to see where their favorite team is playing. Yeah, to go see their favorite team playing.
Well, Super Bowl weekend. We did plan it. We made it into a vacation.
That's true.
It wasn't a long vacation. It was like 3 or 4 days, but we had a blast. Minus the ending.
I've never specifically planned one. It's been more of like, I look up, whenever I'm traveling, I look up to see where the Sounders are playing. Yeah. And I'm like hoping that they're going to be in town. Because if they were in town, I would go. But I'm not going to go to a specific place to see them.
There was that one time we went to a radio convention thing. It was preseason though. I was like, we're in Chicago and the Seahawks are playing the Bears. We should go. And then I realized, no, that game's in Seattle. Otherwise, we went and saw the Mariners play the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, we were very fortunate that they were in town. It was awesome. Cool.
We were the only Mariner fans there.
Yeah.
Shocking. Yeah. Everyone looked at us like, what?
How? Why are you here?
Where did you get those Mariner jerseys? How is that even available here in Chicago?
And we're like, you don't understand. We're legit.
We traveled.
We traveled for this.
Yes, we did.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So, yeah, man, people will, pretty much what they do is they'll travel 5 hours and 48 minutes for a game. That's the average that people will travel, the sports fans, and they'll spend about over $750 to, get tickets. That's what they're willing to spend. That's the
guilty
average sports fan.
Yeah,
me too.
For the Super Bowl, I was guilty of both, that's for sure.
So we want to know, man, we're talking about you fans, you fanatics. What's the craziest thing that you've done for your favorite team? 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. What is the craziest thing that you've done for your favorite team? 206-803-ROCK. We got your calls. We got your texts. At your Rage Against the Machine on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
You diet, you work out, and still there's that one stubborn spot. Hey, it's Jason. I just went after my stubborn fat by doing cool sculpting at Tureen Dermatology, Minnesota's top cool sculpting provider. Dr. Tureen is my dermatologist. We froze my fat, and those fat cells are gone for good. FDA approved, no pain, no downtime. Ranked top doctor 8 years in a row. Trust the experts at Tureen Dermatology. Call today, 651-633-6883, and say goodbye to stubborn fat.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A new study was done about how sports fanatics will do anything for their favorite team. Based on this, we want you to be honest. What's the craziest thing you've done for your favorite team? 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text.
I like this one. Says, I braved the cold at the Seahawks Super Bowl parade. Brr. Dude, as silly as that is, that was awful. It was such a great experience to be able to celebrate with fellow Seahawks fans that the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. I don't regret going one bit. But, man, my fingers were numb by the end of that day. It was the freaking coldest experience of my entire life.
Yeah, it was an unseasonably cold day. I know it was January or whatever, February. But still, for some reason, it was colder than it should have been.
It might have been, it was kind of towards the end of February, obviously. Yeah. But it was so cold, and the team was running late. And if the weather was nice, who would have cared?
Exactly.
Right. It would have just been whatever. And the salt to the wound was the next year when there was a potential of them winning. Obviously, the ending of that game didn't end how we hoped against the Patriots. But the day that would have been the Super Bowl parade was 65 degrees.
Yeah.
It was like an uncharacteristic hot day.
That would have been the day to go.
Oh, that would have been... Honestly, maybe it was for the best. I think a lot of people would have got way too wasted if the weather was better.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know? Like,
yeah.
You couldn't drink because you kept your hands in your pockets. You were so freaking cold.
That's a good point. It didn't stop Marshawn.
No, he was enjoying the fireball.
He surely was.
That's smart of him.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. What we want to know is the craziest thing that you've done for your favorite team. Joey D's, I have to say, I got a smile on my face because the crazy thing he did for his team, and it involved the Seattle Seahawks, actually.
Well, Steve, you saw the Super Bowl in 2015 where they lost.
Yes.
The Seahawks. I decided the next year in 2016 to fly and see the rematch of Patriots versus Seahawks in Boston, only to pay $700 to watch them lose 31-24.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was so fun, man. There's nothing like spending money to see your home team play in their home arena. Everyone's hyped. It was freezing, but it didn't matter. We tailgated. We took shots with the locals. And then we fumbled the ball with 4 minutes left in the game and lost.
At least that big game didn't cost you a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
There's a silver lining.
Yeah, it was.
But you guys got revenge. I literally thought this is what Steve wanted to do. He knew it. He called Russell. He said, we need revenge for that Super Bowl.
Back then, we were, Facebook buddies. He was following me on Facebook. I DM'd him, and I said, look, my buddy Joe's going to be there. Can you disappoint him? And he said, let's ride.
Yeah.
I was like, what does that mean? You should use that one day.
Let's ride, baby.
You know what's one I'd like to do? Yeah. Obviously, I haven't done yet, but I want to go travel outside of Seattle to go see a Kraken game.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, since they're a relatively new team, of course you haven't done that yet, really.
Oh, now that you say that, I have traveled specifically to go see the Kraken.
You have. You went to Colorado.
I forgot about that.
Look at you. See, you have something to go with the topic.
Yeah, I do. Well, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, granted, I had to have a friend who lived there who had Avalanche tickets when I went to go see him, but it was like, I definitely, he's a big hockey fan, so I was like, hey, let's make a bro trip out of this. And I went down there, and it was a lot of fun, and especially because I was one of the only few Kraken fans there, and so every time they scored, it's like stand up and cheer, and everyone's just looking at you like, oh, what are you doing, man?
But you're at that point where still people are like, I don't think people are as annoyed yet.
True.
Of a Kraken fan being in their arena. Like, you'll probably be like, oh, cool jersey, or you're the new team. Like, hey, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Like, unless the team wins, and then maybe they'll go F you Kraken fan. But right now I feel like it's a good time to go. People are still not there's no serious hatred towards the Kraken, I don't think yet by any team. Maybe a little bit of a rivalry starting to brew up with obviously with the Canucks and with the Golden Knights. But,
yeah, I think you're safe, especially if you go to an Eastern Conference city. You should be okay.
Unless it's like New York. They'll still throw stuff.
Oh, New York, yeah. They hate everybody.
I did notice that
and Boston, too. I mean, I can't
What
imagine.
are you talking about? Bruins fans are so classy.
Oh, especially the ones that go to the Kraken games.
Now you know what I mean.
I did notice that there was a Kraken game happening. So I'm going down to Tucson for Lily's birthday in a couple of weeks, and I noticed there's a Kraken game against the Coyotes in Phoenix a couple of days before.
Gotta go.
Well, it's 2 days before I arrived, and I was like, I should extend my trip and go. Because they're not even playing in a real stadium.
No, they're in a collegiate arena, small arena.
Yeah.
The Mullet Arena, I think it's called.
The Mullet Arena. Oh, my God.
That is so amazing they lost their arena for whatever reason.
That's
nuts.
It's amazing that team still exists in the Arizona area. With the amount of times it seemed like they were 1 foot out the door, including at one point potentially coming here to Seattle before we got the Kraken, it's insane.
And I mean,
and now they're playing in a small arena for college.
And have they been competitive? I mean, I can't remember anybody talking about the Coyotes in any way at all.
They had one. I remember when Mike Smith was their goalie. They had one season where they were like, "Oh, this is kind of a fun team," and they have moments where they look pretty decent. But no, they're not a very successful franchise.
Yeah, and they're playing in a college arena. I remember when I don't know if I was working at the time or I just
even
left.
selling it out.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. It's really called Mullet Arena.
Yeah,
it's not spelled like how you it's MULLETT. So there's 2 T's. I don't know what that means.
Oh, maybe Mule.
Well, I don't care. It's the home of the Arizona Sun Devils.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's where the Sun Devils, I guess, play basketball. I would imagine,
and it's a small little place. It's a small hockey arena.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
5,000 seats.
That's in Tempe, I would imagine, because that's where the Sun Devils are. Okay.
Yes,
okay. Wow, so they're playing. They used to be downtown. Wasn't it like America West Arena or something like that?
I saw them play in Glendale or Phoenix. I don't remember where I saw them. They've been in different cities.
So here's a dumb question.
Okay,
a dumb question. Why wouldn't they play where the Suns play?
I don't know if that's an arena that is maybe equipped to have hockey.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's, look, the Suns have been there forever, so maybe you're right, Steve. Just like we had the Sonics and it wasn't, they weren't able to compete.
I don't know
make
why.
Key Arena a hockey place.
You would think.
Yeah, maybe it's the same problem.
Oddly enough, I didn't know this, but apparently that facility is owned by the Oakview Group, the same group that owns the Kraken.
Hey, how about this?
Nice.
Maybe that's why there was sort of talk that they would come up here way back in the, who knows? I don't know. Bottom line is this, man. Go Kraken.
Yeah.
That's right. That's Kraken hockey, baby. That's not Coyotes hockey.
I'd love to go see the Kraken play anywhere. It's always fun whenever they're playing on the road, and Root Sports will show they'll find the 5 or 6 Kraken fans in the arena that are celebrating when the team scores, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah, it is fun. I've done it. That's been my retirement dream, and is to be able to visit every baseball stadium.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of them. I have to say, in my life, haven't been into Wrigley Field yet. We have been so close, but we haven't been inside.
I have.
You gone? Where was I that I didn't get to go to that game?
Well, it wasn't I don't think you were very interested in why we went. It wasn't for a Chicago Cubs game. It was for a celebrity wiffle ball game.
Oh.
We went just because it was a chance to go inside of Wrigley Field.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it turned out that was awesome because Bill Murray was there. He was one of the players on this celebrity.
That's pretty awesome.
It was so cool.
I wish I'd have known that.
He was fully dressed up and everything.
Yeah,
And he got on the big microphone and was talking to everybody. He was just doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. It was pretty cool.
I have regrets.
It was super fun because we got to pretty much sit wherever we wanted. Yeah. It's shocking it wasn't sold out. So,
really? Yeah. Still cool to be in there. That's a place where even if the Cubs aren't playing, to be able to just go through there and hang, and like you guys did, that is awesome.
That was our argument. I was like, we're not going to get tickets to go see the Cubs as much as we'd like to. Like, we've tried.
Yeah.
And we failed. Remember that one time?
Yeah, we did, dude. It's they want a lot of money.
Yeah, we tried going day of to the box office. No luck.
Yeah.
The only good luck from that was when that bag of weed magically flew out of the air and landed in front of us. I'm pretty sure someone threw it out of a bus.
Yeah.
But it's just like out of nowhere. It came like from the gods.
It's raining weed.
Dude, a bag of weed just landed in front of our feet. We're like, what?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've spent way too much money on personalized jerseys.
Oh.
Personalized. Like, there was a guy that I knew that knew the guy that did all of the sports jerseys, like for the professional teams.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, especially, back when the Red Sox first broke the curse.
That's right. You had like a billion different Red Sox jerseys. Dude, they were all like funny random ones.
Yeah, man. And I spent way too much money on that. Because you got the professional jersey, and that cost what it cost. Yep. But then you got to get your own. And the professional dude that does them for the baseball teams, well, he's like, I'm going to charge you professional money. I do them for the baseball teams. And so it looked legit, but I paid way too much money for it just so I could walk into a stadium and have people go, dude, that jersey's sweet.
Yeah. I would never do that. I would never get a personalized mascot jersey.
No, you never would.
My friend, and then go to a game and think that we're like the coolest. We're like the two biggest dorks.
Yeah,
walking around wearing Bowie jerseys,
best jerseys.
Hey, we got a picture of him. We got to hold him.
Yeah, we did.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's part of why we're planning on going to another game because we have yet to go to a game wearing our reverse retro jerseys.
Yeah,
and we feel like that's a waste of money if we don't at least go to one game wearing.
Are you going to make sure it's a night where they're? Or do you care if they're wearing them themselves?
No, it's going tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I think that's the plan.
Oh, so you guys are going tomorrow night?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, why not? There's only a few more games left that are on a weeknight.
On a weeknight. There's got to be 2-3 max.
No, I was going to say there's not even I think there's only 2 left on a weekend, too.
2 on a weekend, 3 on a weeknight, I think.
Weeknight, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's what. Yeah, that makes sense. There's about 9 games left in the season, so that makes sense. Half of them going to be,
Tomorrow's against the Ducks.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's good. Hopefully you guys see a win. Geez, they should beat them. They have to.
Funny enough, the last game I went to was against the Ducks, too. I just realized that.
And I think it's Eberle bobblehead night.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I keep checking the standings. We don't have that guaranteed to make the playoffs, do we?
No.
We don't have the X yet.
I don't believe we do.
Yeah, we don't have the X next to us. So I say that we got to win these games because until I see that X, we're not guaranteed, man.
Yeah, at this point now,
I mean, it's a great chance, but still, we got to get that X.
Like, it's been a great season, and we'll look back very fondly. I mean, I have 28 points better than last year. That's a massive success. That's a historic, turnaround for a team. But if they don't end up in the playoffs, it'll feel like a giant failure of the season, just because of how good they've been. Yeah, they've had some tough games, but, like, on the whole, they've been a really good team.
Yeah, so let's and granted they've had some adversity with goaltending being what it is, and that dude. I always forget his name. The dude that's injured that we got.
Drieger.
Not Drieger. Not the
Burakovsky.
Burakovsky.
Oh, Burakovsky.
Burakovsky.
Okay, player. Yeah.
That dude who we thought that was going to be the difference maker, and unfortunately, he's just not been himself yet.
He'll be back.
Hopefully hopefully that's the playoff surprise.
Yeah, there's no X or anything along us. But there's no X even for Vegas yet.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, that seems a little...
Wow. Vegas could actually not make the playoffs if they lose the next 10 games?
It would have to be a colossal.
Yeah. All right, I'm up for that.
I mean...
I'm up for it.
There'd have to be a lot of factors for that to happen.
Let's make it happen, Vegas.
Nobody in the Western Conference yet has clinched a playoff spot, technically.
Yeah. Okay.
Stupid Bruins have, of course.
Well, the Bruins are on. They're on pace to break records.
Yeah, they got a Y.
Yeah.
Like, why are they in the NHL?
Why are they even playing?
Good.
Hey, they finally got to double-digit losses at least.
They had 12 losses, dude.
That's insane.
I mean, they have 5 overtime losses, but that's still, they get a point out of that.
Yeah, that's insane. All right.
Which also says the Devils have already clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah, well, the Devils are, they're a good team.
Yeah, they're a damn good team. They already have 100 points.
Yeah, the Devils are another team. That's why, at least luckily for the Bruins, they probably won't face the Devils until the conference championship, the way the brackets work. Otherwise, I'd be a little afraid if I was a Bruins fan going, you break all these records, then you go play the Devils and they kick your butt.
Stanley Cup Finals, Devils, Kraken. Let's go.
Is that what's going to happen?
Why not?
I have no problem with that.
That'd be a blast.
So there's a dude that used a tracking device to find his stolen luggage only to find another man wearing his clothes. Yeah, baby. We have the audio. You're going to hear it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Give dads and grads the gift of relaxation with Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Dads and Grads Season Ticket to Relax offers $30 off a massage or facial gift card or $70 off a massage and facial gift package. With 8 Seattle area locations, it's easy to find the one nearest you or explore exclusive online gift card sales. Let Hand and Stone help dads and grads restore, relax, and reset. Restrictions apply. See spa for more details.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit Max.com.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
In Samoa, students from Brigham Young University partner with local health teams to fight rheumatic heart disease, saving lives in the spirit of love and service. Brigham Young University, for the benefit of the world.
What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A man was arrested after he stole a suitcase from a baggage claim in Atlanta. Something I'm always afraid about, man.
Yeah. Has that ever happened to you?
Never has happened where someone will just, walk in and just take luggage because you really can't tell who's taking what.
Right. There's no real, it happened to me once.
Oh, wow.
When we were coming back from one of our radio conventions. I don't know if you remember I had that crappy looking, it was cool at the time, but then when it went through the ringer after a few times, it started looking really bad. That silver looking space case.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some guy was grabbing it. And I go over and I'm like, that's my luggage. He goes, no, that's mine. I'm like, oh, so we both have Pearl Jam stickers and Sub Pop stickers. I didn't realize that we have the same exact stickers. And he's like, oh, my bad. I didn't realize that. I'm like, it's all over the luggage.
Yeah, sure, it's your bag.
And he just kind of ran up, but briskly walked off. And I was like, you know what? I was just so glad I got my luggage. At that point, I was just done.
It's funny because I feel like airlines, or some of them, they used to give you the little claim tag, and no one enforces that. No. I don't know why they give you the claim tags anymore. I
don't even know where that claim tag goes. I put it in my bag. Not my luggage. That'd be hilarious. But in my little carry-on bag, and I'm like, I don't even know where it is, but no one's ever bothered to even ask for it.
Well, I used to keep them because in Albuquerque they used to enforce it. If I'd get there, they had a person checking to make sure that it was the same one. They weren't checking well, but at least they were pretending like they were enforcing it.
It probably thwarts some thieves
sometimes, but at the same time, I've never been anywhere where they literally are checking the numbers.
That would be nice if they. I mean, it's a pain in the butt because the lines would be really long if they did. But this is what happens: is that you really gotta and everybody. Now I know why everybody really just gets towards where the opening is, because if you try to wait around the corner of a bag carousel, it might happen like what Steve happened. Somebody takes your thing before you even get to see it.
And that's what my wife always makes fun of me, because once we get off the plane, I'm like, she's like, I gotta stop at the bathroom. I'm like, let's make it quick. She's like, dude, the luggage isn't gonna run away from us. I'm like, you never know. But I want to be there when that luggage first starts coming through the conveyor belt, and I'm watching like a vulture. I'm like, wait.
Man, this happened to this guy Jameel. Somebody in Atlanta stole his bag and never showed up. But he has this thing called AirTag. So it's an app that you can, I guess you put an AirTag in your bag, and then on the app, I don't know about this, but I think I got to get it.
It's a little tracking thing.
Yeah, they have them everywhere these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I've seen some people put those, they keep those in their car.
Yep.
Or even their wallet or keychain. Yeah, keys in case you lose your keys.
Vicky, would you send me a link to that, please? Thank you.
Get one for $11.99 on Amazon.com.
That's just the tag. That's just the case for it.
Yeah, you need
the app letter tag's a little more
where do you get the so I gotta go to AirTag themselves.
$29 on Amazon for one.
Not terrible.
No,
that's not
for a pack of 4, you can get it for $89, BJ.
I might have to.
Yeah.
Put them all over the place.
Right.
I mean,
just put one in your shoe. You never know if you get kidnapped.
That's true.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
I think I might have to. I mean, I think I might have to, because what happened?
Peace of mind.
Well, because, dude, I mean, they took his bag and there was nothing anybody could do about it, because if your luggage is lost, that's where, all those little pieces of paper they give you mean something with all the codes and stuff on there.
Right.
But if somebody steals it, there's nothing the airport can do.
No, you're SOL.
Yeah, and so here's Jamil. This guy, Jamil, talking about how, hey, man, I'm in Atlanta. I'm going for my bag. It ain't there.
I'm going to baggage claim and all that. Trying to look for my luggage. I'm standing there for like 30-something minutes or so, not seeing it. Eventually, I pull my phone out because I have an air tag in my luggage. After I seen that, it was not in the airport. It was actually in Grady.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute. Say, Jamil, good job that I usually like to think I'm on the cutting edge of this kind of stuff because I am Mr. Fear guy. Yeah. And Jamil beats me to that punch, man. And so he had the air tag. And and nobody could do anything for him. Like the airport goes, nothing we can do, buddy. So what does he got to do? He's got to do it himself.
He turns into Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
I have a certain set of skills and I'm going to get my luggage back.
And somehow, I'm so happy he was able to get a police officer so that they both could confront the dude who stole his luggage. And when they did, the dude, he knew right off the bat. He's like, oh yeah, I know that this guy is the guy because he's wearing my shirt and my jeans.
Okay, that's how fired up are you that you're there with a cop and you caught the dude and you're kind of going, I feel like a secret agent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That's a great high, man.
The cop be like, why are you doing weird like little side rolls, like going through through hallways? I'm like, I don't know, we can't get busted. Right. Yeah, I'd be like having that music in my head.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and here's audio. Here's audio of Jamil confronting this dude who has his luggage, man.
This still going right here. I have a tracking device in here, and I tracked it here to you. And you have my shirt on. That's insane. My shirt and my jeans.
Apparently, the guy was homeless because he's like, "Dude, what's going on?"
See, now that's not the story I want.
Yeah,
I want this guy to be an international drug thief guy, and we busted him.
He needed a new alter ego.
Yeah, I want this like a cartel guy. I don't want this to be somebody that's down on their luck.
Yeah, you can tell even Jamil was just like, "Dude, come on, man. Like, I get it sucks, but what are you doing? Why are you taking my stuff?" And then you can't really argue it's not your stuff when you're wearing the guy's shirt.
And they're going to charge this guy, but see now at this point. Now that I know he's homeless, they're going to charge him with unlawful removal of luggage, trespassing. But, that's adding insult to injury. The homeless guy's probably like, okay, you know what? At least you'll give me a place to stay and I'll get fed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought about that when going for Sarah's wedding. I went to the bathroom at the airport and there were a pair of shoes in there and there was a shirt and it was on the ground.
Oh, that's weird.
And my first thought was... I was like, sir, you forgot your shoes. And I'm like, wait a second. Whoever was in this stall before me did not forget their shoes. That would be a weird thing to yell at.
Yeah, that is so weird.
And now maybe I wonder if it was somebody stole somebody's luggage.
Yeah, man.
And then swapped out, because they were ratty looking shoes.
Yeah.
And they were you know what I mean? So, I'm like, that sucks.
Dude, it sucks. And, man... Oh, dude, it's a thing, man. The homeless thing is a thing. I don't have an answer. I don't know, but it does suck when your stuff gets taken. You surely want to help people. So I feel bad for the homeless dude. I realize, I don't think there's any maliciousness. The guy, if he's homeless, he's just trying to get clothes, whatever.
Yeah.
It does suck for both people. It really sucks. Yesterday was scary, dude.
It was scary?
It was scary because, we had we had
our big boss here.
Had the high-ranking officials.
Very nice, though.
She was very nice.
Did she yell at you?
She yelled at me. Well, yeah, she heard the show when I said that it's like a timeshare. She wasn't happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She had a good sense of humor about it, actually. But, dude.
I now have a place in New Mexico. It's very exciting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she was selling timeshares in New Mexico.
It was pretty fantastic. Yeah. I wanted the brochures. But, I went down to get my hair did. It was a great coincidence that all the bigwigs are coming to town, and it was time to get my hair did.
Are you hunting rabbits, too? With that great coincidence.
Did I say great coincidence? Wow, there we go. But I did what you just, the lovely thing about being downtown, because I walk from the radio station to where I get my hair did, and you got to walk down past 3rd Avenue, which of course is just an adventure.
It's its own city.
Dude, yesterday it was the scariest thing I've ever seen. I have seen people after they've been embalmed. I've been at plenty of wakes.
Yeah.
In my life, I've never seen a live dead person, which sounds obviously oxymoronic.
I know what you mean. Okay, yeah. They weren't living, but you saw them in the flesh.
Yeah, and
that doesn't sound right either.
Dude, it was the most horrific thing. I'm walking by and I'm seeing somebody doing it as I walk down 3rd and Marion. As I'm down Marion, as I hit 3rd, again, it's like you said. As soon as you hit 3rd, it's a horrific. Some of the stuff you see down at 3rd Avenue downtown. Dude, this guy's on the ground. Another guy is doing CPR while another person's on the phone whom I'm thinking to 911.
Whoa.
And, dude,
I have never seen a human being look like this up close.
Yeah.
The person was purple.
Yikes.
And the person giving CPR, when you die, your body releases all these horrible gases and stuff. And so every time the person tried to do mouth to mouth as part of the CPR, he was retching because,
you didn't have to do CPR. I mean, mouth to mouth.
Well, that's what they had him.
Unless that's just all he knows.
Yeah, well, that's why I was thinking, like, whoever's on the phone was giving him instructions. So I'm like, if he's on with 911 and 911 is telling him what to do, but that's what this guy was doing.
I'm not the guy to go to it with that kind of. I don't do it for a kid. That's about it.
But it was just so like the scene was just so disturbing. And I mean, I walked to my appointment. I was like, well, I'm not going to stay around and be a looky-loo. But I looked, and I mean, it seemed like everybody was doing what they could do for the guy. There wasn't anything I could do for the guy. And I heard the sirens. So the sirens were coming. So the guy was going to, but I don't know how it ended up. But the skin color, it's like I haven't seen a human being look like this, only in movies when they show somebody in the morgue. And I'm like, this is the first time. It was so disturbing. And this is what, it's like, man, can we figure this out? I mean, I don't know what the guy's situation was, but, that whole area, people got issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a dead body up close like that before? Dude, that's just so disturbing. Like, I mean, I know people have. I know a lot of our listeners who've been in the military or people that work in, different industries.
I'm not laughing about the dead body. I'm just like, hey, good morning, everybody. Let's talk about
I know, but I mean, it just happened because of this whole thing. Dude, it was shocking.
Oh, of course. I
did a good job. I didn't tell anybody that yesterday because I didn't want to put anybody in a bad mood at the station. I had just come back from that.
Which is typically what you do. So
I know, I was amazing, wasn't I?
You need to walk 3rd Avenue before you come back to work more often.
Yeah.
No, I've seen people get hit by things, and I've helped someone been in a situation where it was a car crash where I'm pretty sure that the person didn't make it out. Trying to help, but then of course, the professionals show up and you just back up and let them do their job, and then at that point, like you said, what am I doing? Am I acting like I'm an audience spectator? Like I should probably just go and be on my merry way and hope for the best, but. Yeah, dude, that's pretty harsh.
How about you guys? Danny, Vicky, Joey, anybody, Sarah? Anybody see a dead body? Like live dead body,
from afar. Not like super close.
Oh yeah.
But there was one that I saw in Albuquerque, and she had gotten hit by a car, and the body was just kind of laying there. But it was like, man. I was not super close to it.
The only one that I remember was when we worked at the old buildings, those twin silver towers, and somebody jumped from the one across.
That's right.
And I mean, you saw it. Obviously on the 15th floor at the time, and I saw the blur of a body, and then when you look down, you see the indent into the ground, and at that point, I just turned away. I'm like, you know what? If I continue to look, this is not. That's just not a visual I need to have in my head.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, there's no way the person survived from that.
Yeah, and
someone said, though, I'm a paramedic in Seattle. He very well may have lived after all that.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
The closest I think I ever have, aside from maybe like a car crash or something, just driving by, was under the black zip-up thing from the gurney, a body bag, like a close family friend when they were taking him out of his house. But
damn.
They did do like a really nice, because he was the fire marshal of Lake Stevens, so they did a really nice police escort and everything after the fact, so it was very touching.
Yeah, my sister had to because she took care of my dad. In his final days. So I know she had my dad in her living room and she had little kids. And I always said to her, why do you want him in there? At some point, the kids are going to come up and grandpa's not going to be breathing. But that's what my sister wanted to do. But I mean, I'm 60. I mean, 60 years of living, never saw that. Which I thought, that's pretty amazing when I think about it, that I've never, because I feel like you probably would have at some point.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Does the Undertaker count? He's the dead man.
Oh, that's a good point.
I've seen him several times.
I was just going to say every woman that Danny's been with. Hey. No, too soon?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that because Danny can't get live women to be with.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
This is
it was a shot against Danny.
Yeah. Very dark couple of minutes here.
No problem. I might help you out.
Is the boss still listening?
No. I saved this for today.
Did she get on a plane already?
Yeah, I saved this for today. I knew she'd be on a plane and she wouldn't be listening. We got a celebrity's used gum. Okay, again, a celebrity's used gum that is being sold for $40,000. I'll tell you all about this at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
You diet, you work out, and still there's that one stubborn spot. Hey, it's Jason. I just went after my stubborn fat by doing cool sculpting at Tureen Dermatology, Minnesota's top cool sculpting provider. Dr. Tureen is my dermatologist. We froze my fat, and those fat cells are gone for good. FDA approved. No pain, no downtime. Ranked top doctor 8 years in a row. Trust the experts at Tureen Dermatology. Call today, 651-633-6883, and say goodbye to stubborn fat.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
Give dads and grads the gift of relaxation with Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Dads and Grads Season Ticket to Relax offers $30 off a massage or facial gift card or $70 off a massage and facial gift package. With 8 Seattle area locations, it's easy to find the one nearest you or explore exclusive online gift card sales. Let Hand and Stone help dads and grads restore, relax, and reset. Restrictions apply. See spa for more details.
At Columbia College, you can invest in your future without sacrificing today. Online, in-class, and virtual options save you time and money. Take the first step toward earning your accredited degree. Classes start soon. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. When Jon Favreau got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in February, I guess Robert Downey Jr. christened it with a piece of chewed gum.
Oh, you just spit the gum on the star?
I guess. I didn't know this happened.
Is this a thing?
I don't think so. I've never heard of this before, so maybe it is a thing. It's a Robert Downey Jr. thing, apparently.
I mean, who's going to say no? Hey, Robert Downey Jr., will you come? Sure, but I'm going to spit my gum on your star. All right, fine. Just still, as long as you show up, that's all I care about.
That gum now is on eBay, and it has a starting bid of $40,000.
You got really?
Yeah.
So somebody watched that and grabbed the gum. Oh, there's the person.
Yeah.
Is that Robert Downey Jr.? Yeah. Okay, so he just placed the gum on the thing.
Yeah, nice.
I didn't even spit it, so he's being respectful.
Yeah, at least he's been a good guy about it.
And then some weirdo, some weirdo.
Yeah.
They're kind of weird. Like they waited for them to walk away and then just scraped the gum off the star.
Yeah, and the seller claims to have attended the ceremony and scooped the gum right up from the star. The seller says, quote, "I'm selling it in the same condition I got it in, and it can be tested for its DNA.
Oh, you think Robert Downey Jr. is going to agree to doing a DNA test so for the authenticity of this? Can you get away with that on eBay? I thought you couldn't sell certain things.
I thought body part. Yeah, this is close. It's like the gum is the gum. I mean, I thought you can't sell body parts or human organs.
Food.
I don't know.
I don't know what. I mean, is there a link for it still? I mean, so it's still up.
Still up there.
They would have pulled it down by now.
Yeah.
If it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much would you? I know people
$0.
collectors
$0 for somebody's chewed up gum. It's like I remember one time like certain celebrity like left their cup behind, and someone was like, "Oh, can I get that?" And I was like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do with it?" "Oh, I'm gonna put it up on my shelf." And I'm like, it's just a cup.
Yeah.
That someone drank out of. Like, what? Yeah. I mean, okay.
I remember going to a couple of Warped tours where the bands were drinking out of like water bottles and they'd throw them into the crowd.
Yeah.
And I caught a couple thinking like, I'm going to keep this forever.
And do what with it, right?
No, I threw it away at the end. It's like, I was 16. What are you doing?
It's like when I saw Tool and Danny Carey took a swig out of the drummer out of a Gatorade and he chucked it into the crowd and I caught it.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, awesome. And I realized I'm like, the hell am I going to do with this bottle of half-drank Gatorade?
Yeah.
And then the guy next to me, I'm looking at it, and I think my facial expressions must have given away like my thoughts on like why I had. Like I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I had that kind of face on my face, and the guy next to me is like, are you going to keep that? I'm like, no. Can I have it? Sure. And so he grabs it.
Wow.
Unscrews it, takes a swig.
Oh.
And goes, you want some? I'm like, no. He goes, all right, man. This is awesome. I'm like, what is so awesome?
I'm drinking from the same bottle Danny drank from, which Some people do think it's a thing.
I guess, unless maybe the person was really needed to be hydrated. And then,
okay, that's possible.
Then okay, yeah. By all means, have it. But
I mean, if I'm in the desert, I'm not going to say no.
Someone texted us the other day, and we haven't gotten around to it. I still have it on a file of texts I'd love to get to on Listeners on Loose. But you bring up eBay, and they said, has anyone on the show ever purchased something on eBay? And I thought that was such a strange
purchase.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever have.
I just assumed everybody's bought something.
I don't trust it. I mean, you guys, if you remember, I have a lot of problems with Craigslist, eBay. They're my own problems. It's not like they've done anything to me. I just do not trust the people out there that aren't legitimate businesses.
I used to buy so much stuff off of eBay.
Oh, really?
Just random, concert stuff, like DVDs and random, I bought a drum set once on eBay. I bought a Ludwig kit.
It was awesome.
Yeah, dude, I had it forever. I eventually traded it in so I could get the Ludwig kit that I have now. But I purchased it on eBay, had to pay for the shipping. The person that got back to me was like, actually, I didn't charge you enough for shipping. And I try to get more money. I'm like, that's a you problem. Yeah. I was like, I paid what you said you wanted me to pay. Yeah. So you're not getting any more money out of me. And they were like, you're right. All right, I'll still send it. I'm going to lose some money out of this. I'm like, no, you're not. You're making money because I bought this drum set for several $100s from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought and sold on eBay.
Oh, yeah, I've sold a bunch of stuff, too.
The Disney pin trading that I was really into for, most of my 20s, that's where you could get a lot of exclusive pins and then sell them just as much. And selling never went well for me. I always ended up, I never set the prices right, or people wouldn't bid on the pin that I was, selling. So I never... really got into that, but man, I bought so much stuff off of eBay before.
I remember selling something, and I felt I almost like karma hit me with the same thing with the guy. I sold something that I didn't realize how much the shipping really was going to be. I just made a rough estimate. I ended up having to pay. I wasn't going to go back to the person and be like, hey, I charged you way too little, but I ended up paying almost as much money as I made in just the shipping. I'm like, I can't believe I just basically gave this away for free.
I did that with Record Store Day vinyl one time that I got. It was a Mighty Mighty Boss Tones one, and somebody bought it, and I didn't realize how much it was going to cost. I was like, why did I do this?
I'm trying to find out what the last thing I purchased, and oddly enough, the last thing I purchased was just last year. I bought a Beats headphone, just one.
Oh, nice.
The left side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because what? I accidentally washed my Beats headphones in my gym shorts and washed and dried them, and I'm like, no! And then I put them on, and I'm like, they still work, and they did. But when they lost the charge, the right side still charged just fine. The left side was dead. Done.
That was like, sorry, pal.
And so I was like, I don't know. I'd have to buy a whole new set of Beats. It's like $200. My wife got it me for Christmas. So I just went online on eBay, and somebody was selling just left side. Like, he probably refurbished them. Similar thing. And it was like an online business, and I got it for $50.
Makes sense it seems like the left side's always the problem.
Oh, no, they also sold right sides.
They had the right sides.
They had the right side store, but I was on the left side.
Oh, you're the left side guy.
Yeah.
That's such what a little cottage industry. I never thought that I only need one earbud.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I don't need both of them.
I'm trying to think of the last thing I sold.
See, I've done a lot of buying and selling, but not so much on eBay. I did Mercari for a long time, and literally the last thing I bought, and you guys are going to make fun of me for it.
Well, we always make fun of you, so that's going to happen.
It was back in February. I purchased something from my childhood that got broken just a year or two ago by my baby brother, but it's a Beauty and the Beast plastic heart plate.
Oh, he broke it, so you go, I want this forever?
I had a drunken conversation with my best friend. Like, remember those plates when we were kids and we were talking about the Hercules ones? I think you got a Burger King or McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I had all of them. I wish I still had them. And we both kind of went on a mission. And I bought mine, and she's slowly getting those. You can buy them on eBay or other sites for, depending on where you go, for a little bit of money. So,
I can't make fun of you. I have the robot from Lost in Space somewhere on my desk, so I can't make fun of you.
And I kind of did something similar. I had an Aquaman, it was one of those limited edition. You get it a gas station glasses, those things. And it was an old one, the old school Aquaman. I was so fired up. I had this since I was younger, and I broke it.
No.
And I was devastated.
No!
But I went on eBay and I got the exact same one and realized rather quickly that I wasn't saving this for value because I think I got it for like $5.
Yeah, at that point.
It's honestly for the nostalgia thing.
It
Because
was.
I honestly thought I'd have this plate until like I had kids. Like I lost the bowl and I lost the silverware to it, but I had this plate. Little brother, like he was little, he didn't mean it. He threw it and it broke.
That's
and
what
so,
he says. He didn't mean it.
I know, you can't trust the 1.5-year-olds at the time.
I used to purchase a lot of goalie hockey gear too. Like used hockey gear on eBay.
I don't trust. I had a bad experience with classified ads one time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just not living the classified life.
I remember back in the day when it was when eBay was brand new, back when we were younger, and it was first starting, and people were like selling like video game consoles, and then they'd get them in the mail, and it was just a box with like a brick in it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've never had that happen. I think like user ratings definitely help.
Yes.
Because if you want to be a repeat seller, you don't want to screw somebody over.
It's a good point.
Although I did experience, I don't know if have you guys ever done OfferUp?
No, what is that?
No.
A little bit, but
It's kind of like its own version of like its own eBay. But the nice thing is you can also sell things locally.
it's like Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, so you can. We put like a crib up for like Tatum's crib up for sale on OfferUp, and that way at least we don't have to ship it.
Oh, somebody will just come by.
Well, I didn't even think about it. So like eventually someone like that, they say, "Oh, I'll pay you this much for." I'm like, "Well, that's way less than I was charging, but this thing's been up for sale for like 8 months."
Yeah.
So sure, like let's go. And they're like, "Okay, I'll send my husband to pick it up on the weekend." I'm like, "Great." And here's my address. As soon as I send my address, I'm like, why did I send my address? Like, what? Like, I should have said like we'll meet somewhere, but like I didn't even think of it. So now like I had that anxiety of like, all right, like I'm trying to find this person on social media just to see if they're a legit person. They had good reviews, so I'm like, I convinced myself thinking it was all right. But when the guy showed up, I'm like waiting upstairs and I take a picture of his car as he's pulling into my driveway,
Nice.
just in case something bad happens. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for him to come up to the door and ring the bell, so I have video of him on the ring cam.
Good
Oh,
job.
you don't do the porch pickup, the PPU?
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. You ever see PPU, porch pickup? It's where you literally, hey, I'll put it on the porch, you come pick it up, and if there's money involved, you can either trust them to leave the money under your mat or to send it to you. And
I wouldn't do that. I want money in my hand.
Oh, I've done
Cash.
it on both ends, and I've never run into any problems.
That's how us.
Everyone's been pretty awesome so far.
A lot of us board gamers do that. We just take our games we don't want anymore, make a deal online, and they Venmo, Cash App us, and then you just leave them on the front step.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was a big thing. I was kind of like, I gotta help this guy get in his car.
Oh, look at you. You're a great guy. I wouldn't help any. Get out here. It is. It's on the sidewalk. Figure it out.
I did a few push-ups before, so I'm feeling a little more. And I was like, hey, buddy, you want this crap?
That's
I'm
it.
like trying to
Oh, so because you want to be imposing.
Yeah, just in case if he's trying to rob me.
Yeah, that's it.
He was the nicest guy in the world. He's like,
man.
we're having a kid in a few months. We can't thank you enough. This is such a great deal.
You know, most thieves are very
punched him and I
nice.
took more money.
Oh, good job. Yeah, I mean, he was a nice guy because he was casing your house.
Yeah, great.
It's like, this guy gave us I can't believe it. That's nice to meet you, sir. When are you going on vacation?
Exactly, right?
Nice. I don't trust anybody. I'm sorry. You're not coming anywhere near my house to buy anything. I don't care.
The moment I gave the address, I was like, that was dumb. I should. But on the lazy side, I was like, well, at least I don't have to go drive somewhere to meet him. That's a problem.
Yeah, I give everything away. I was looking around my house recently thinking, okay, at some point I'm going to have to downsize. And I'm like, I don't want to do a garage sale. I don't want to do any of this stuff. I'll just give it away.
We Goodwill a lot of our stuff.
Yeah.
But like there's certain things like that was just like a high ticket thing. And I'm like,
oh, yeah, well, you're still, and it's still new.
And it's it was used for a few months.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like maybe a year tops.
We had one of those, the same kind of baby stuff is crazy because you think you're going to need all this stuff and it's like $400. You use it once and you're like, and she hates it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like we had like the Mamaroo. It was like a little sitting thing.
Same thing.
I gave it to my buddy. I was like, Jaden, do you want this? You just had a kitty. Like, for what? I'm like, for free. Like, this thing has never been used.
Yeah.
Like, my
we
kid hates it.
had Sarah's baby furniture forever. I think she was in her 20s when we finally replaced it. Like, because the changing table still was a place where she would put her clothes. Yeah, and she put her she put her boombox to be on there, not knowing that you know what, I used to flip this open, and this is where we changed your diaper.
That's
kind of
hilarious.
thing.
We had a changing table. We never once used it because you change the baby anywhere. Like
change it where it needs to be changed.
Yeah, it was like literally couch, floor.
Right.
We never used the changing table.
This is my joint diaper, but let's go upstairs to change it.
No, that was the only place I wanted to, because I didn't want her everywhere or Joey everywhere. It was like, you're going to go. And I think it was Joey's changing table and then became Sarah's changing table,
so
which
funny.
became Sarah's place to put her clothes.
Yeah, we really recycled as much as possible. Joey is still sleeping in his original crib.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's really
that's why he has back issues.
Yeah, well, listen, you know what?
And that's why no girl wants to come home to him.
Well, it all makes sense now.
Joe, you got to get a bed or a futon.
He's got to get a big boy bed first. We'll get him the little race car bed.
It all makes sense.
Little gates on it so he doesn't tip over.
Exactly.
I actually have a serious question, and I want your opinion.
Oh, really? Is it? Yeah, Joey will never get laid.
What do you think of an adult man with a twin-size bed?
Oh, interesting.
Like they say,
how big of a guy is it?
Danny size? Maybe a little shorter?
Still, twin beds are a beating. I don't care how big you are. What are you doing with a twin bed?
Space concerns, price.
Yeah.
Sheets are cheaper.
Did you have a twin bed?
I mean, growing up, I did. Okay. As an adult, no, I'm a cow king guy, not the humble brag.
Wow. Twin beds, man.
Not just king. The California king.
Yeah.
The twin beds are for children.
Yeah, it was actually funny because Lily.
That's what I had on.
Yeah, they really did.
Lily came to Seattle recently, and we have a queen bed in her room, and she's like, "Dad, this bed's so much better than my small little bed at home." And I was like,
"That's right."
She didn't even want one, and she's small.
Right. They want to spread out. Yeah.
I'm kind of shaming my little brother, not the 4-year-old, the 31-year-old. He has a twin bed. I'm like, dude, you have the money, you have a good job. Why don't you get a regular sized bed? That way, when you move out and you get ladies to come over, you're not in a twin bed.
Maybe he'll wait until he actually moves out.
No, he says, no, I'm good. Until it breaks, I'm good.
Oh, wow.
I'm like,
does he not want to get laid?
I guess not. I don't know. And it has worked for him before, so I think he thinks it still works.
They're horrible. When I was dating my wife and she used to take care of this blind lady, and I would sneak in because, well, it was a blind lady.
What?
It was awesome. I mean, it was fantastic. And she would always know I was
I'm
there.
picturing you take your shoes off and like tiptoeing so you don't make any sound.
And like a cartoon.
Oh, yeah, but she was like Daredevil, man. She had senses.
Of course.
But she kept saying, who's here? I know somebody. And my wife would be like, no, it's just me. I don't know what's wrong with you, lady. But it was a twin bed. That was the only thing Kathy was sleeping in. And so when I would go hang out with her, it was like, it was like, this is horrible. Why? And I think the old lady knew what was up. She's like, I'm going to make sure it's only a twin bed. If you're bringing somebody back, it ain't going to be fun.
I feel like we have a whole discussion of just the things you're willing to do for some sweet loving.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like sneak by a blind person. That's right. So you can go have some action with your significant other.
You know what? I think I was an upstanding member of the community.
Sure.
Yeah. I never, ever got to meet her. I mean, she sounded like a cool person, but I never
She never saw you either, so it's fine.
There we go. Hey. Nice. That's nice. All right, yes.
Hey, I'm the guy who used to sneak into your place and bang the woman that looked after you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You weren't crazy after all. I hope you didn't have to pay too much in therapy. Yesterday, Steve did get this one right.
Which U.S. state is home to Olympic National Park?
Wyoming.
No.
Washington.
Yes.
Oh, boy, I would be so mad at you. Did you say Wyoming?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear about that.
Yes.
Olympic National Park.
Yes.
Wyoming.
Yes.
Where's Mount Rainier, Montana?
It's in Wyoming.
Okay, very good. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
Know a high schooler who's a natural leader? They may be the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's next Student Visionary of the Year. Candidates in our program gain valuable life skills like leadership, project management, and communication, all while supporting blood cancer research and care. Help your student boost that college application and stand boldly against blood cancer. Learn more or nominate a student at lls.org/student visionaries. That's lls.org/student visionaries.
If you need rehab after surgery, help at home, or if you need a place to enjoy the best years of your life after 60, Carriage is here for you. Carriage is a family-owned healthcare and senior living company that puts people first. Let us provide you with short-term, post-acute rehabilitation at one of our skilled nursing facilities in Bellevue and Renton. Expert in-home care and support to clients throughout Washington. Or enjoy a vibrant retirement in elegant, amenity-rich surroundings in Washington and California. Learn more at carriage.com.
Invest in your future at Columbia College. Take that next step toward the career you've been dreaming of. From a leader in online learning for over 20 years, make a difference in your future with a degree from Columbia College. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to this, you're probably also driving, cleaning, exercising, or maybe even grocery shopping. But if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else you can be doing right now. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy, and you could save money by doing it right from your phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $700 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and more. So just like your favorite podcast, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year. So you're protected no matter what. Multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at Progressive.com to join the over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $698 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2021 and May 2022. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Hey, how'd you like to go to San Francisco to see Iggy Pop, huh?
Yes.
Okay, well, have a good time. It's a travel agent. Let's see if you get some tickets.
Travel agent.
Hey, you know what? That's right. That's how I roll, Steve. I still go to travel agents, buddy.
Still living in 1995?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. All right, fine. We'll be your travel agent. I mean, wait, look, we'll take care of everything. All you got to do is just listen to KISW on the Odyssey app or on KISW.com. If you log in and listen one of those two ways, we could be your travel agent.
And the more you listen, the more chances you get at winning tickets, airfare, hotel to go see Iggy Pop.
That's it. You got to listen a lot to give yourselves a lot of chance of winning. It's that simple. You want the info, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Happy Hump Day.
Yeah. We did it.
We made it halfway.
Yeah, we did nothing. We're
halfway there.
I don't have a brain.
Oh. Thank you, Steve. I know. Not fully here. I don't think I ever will be, honestly. Let's just move on. We have Travis from Olympia. Travis, are you there?
Good morning, everyone. Happy Hump Day.
Hey, Travis.
Morning, Travis. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Travis has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you do only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
The Dream of the Blue Turtles was the name of the first solo album for what musician?
Beyonce.
No.
Rihanna.
No.
Pass.
What U.S. city is known as the biggest little city in the world?
Reno.
Yes. In pool, what color is the 1 ball?
Yellow.
Yes. What TV game show has the same name as a tarot card?
Pass.
In Saved
Hangman.
by... what was that?
Hangman?
No. In Saved by the Bell, the main characters create a band called what?
Pass.
Marvel headquarters are located in what U.S. state?
New York.
Yes. In the song, what did Yankee Doodle stick in his hat?
A feather?
Yes. The current American Idol judges are Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and what country singer?
Luke Brad.
Yes. In a car, the alternator charges up what as you drive?
The battery.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
All right, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a close one, I think. It's going to be close.
It's about average, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I don't know. We'll see.
There's some I think he's going to be like, what?
I'm wondering if that one. I wonder if I could Jennings that one question. I'm not sure I can.
I'm actually not sure what you're talking about, but let's just move it along.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what it is. We'll see how Steve does with it.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Come on, Steve.
Let's go.
The Dream of the Blue Turtles was the name of the first solo album of what musician?
Sting.
Yes.
Nice. I remember thinking that's a stupid name of an album.
What U.S. city is known as the biggest little city in the world?
Nashville.
No.
Oh, crap. Nebraska.
No.
Yeah, Nebraska's a great city.
Cleveland.
No.
There we go.
In pool, what color is the 1 ball?
The 1 ball is blue?
No.
White?
No.
Red?
No.
Red. Orange?
No.
Oh.
What TV game show has the same name as a tarot card?
Deal or no deal?
No.
That's it.
Press your luck.
No.
Nope. Price is Right.
No.
Oh.
In Saved by the Bell, the main characters create a band called what?
The Killers.
No.
I don't know. Damn it. Oh, boy. I'm going to go with Gem and the Hologram.
No.
Sorry, Steve. Pearl Jam.
No.
Wow, you disappointed Dan.
Marvel headquarters are located in what U.S. state?
No. California?
No.
Oh, you lived in that state your whole life.
New York. That's where most of the characters
That would have
live.
been my next guess.
Come on.
Come on.
You only got 1, buddy. 6-1.
How the hell?
What is up with you today?
Today's a bad day.
Yeah, it was. Travis, good job, buddy.
Cue that song, BJ.
Yeah, you know it. I had no idea I'd be getting this. I really thought it was going to be a close game.
Yeah, you were wrong.
And you got Sting right.
Yeah, you didn't get that one.
That was the one, Vicky.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, can I Ken Jennings that? And Steve knew right off the bat. I should have known that too. Did not.
Well, at the time, I was a big fan of the Police.
Okay.
And I remember being so devastated that they were like done. And then Sting's like, okay, here's my solo record. And I was like, well, you know, it's probably not going to be all that bad. Like, it's still the voice of the Police. And I can't remember the song. I'm trying to think of the song that was the quote unquote hit from that record. And I was so angry. Like, I was shaking. I was so mad as a kid, being like, what? You left the Police to make this? You piece of crap. I really never recovered from it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I've never heard of this album. The only reason I picked the question was because I like the idea of The Dream of Blue Turtles.
What was the hit?
Is it If You Love Somebody?
Oh, yeah, Set Them Free.
Set Them Free.
Oh, yeah, that was a big hit for him.
Yeah, I don't know if you can find that, Danny. But
free, set them free.
Yeah, I was just like, you were in the Police, man. Like,
it was a huge hit.
You made Synchronicity. Like, that was such a great record. I remember being like, man, like, this is going to be awesome. Like,
If You Love Somebody, Set Them Free.
Yes,
that's the one.
And it's being so. Oh man, I'm sure once I hear it, I might punch the computer.
Yeah, that's it. Definitely is different sound, and it wasn't very ska-like, which is what the Police were known.
That was like adult,
yeah,
like cheese rock.
Yeah, your favorite kind of thing.
Yeah, because they were like a little ska, a little punk.
Yeah.
They were a little bit of everything, the Police. They were interesting, a little reggae.
Yeah.
As an adult, it's not as bad as I remember.
Oh, my God.
Dude, you're old now.
Yeah.
I know, you're grooving.
I'm at the right. I'm like, Sting, it's taken me 30-something years, but I now get it.
Dude, it is amazing if you do. That's an amazing phenomenon when you're a kid and you hate something.
1985, that album came out.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that phenomenon. I remember, that myself. And then you get older and you go, why did I hate this when I was younger?
Yeah, he's like quiche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a kid, I'm like, no, that sounds stupid. And then as an adult, I'm like, this is the greatest meal ever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you at least got that one because you sucked at everything else.
I thought he was going to kill him. So he got that one. He's going to get the rest of them, and it didn't happen.
I came out, you know what? I thought of Sting, and I got in a bad mood again.
Oh, Sting. You ruined his game.
Yeah, my answers, I set them free.
Yeah, you did.
The biggest little city in the world, you got that correct, was Reno.
Reno, Nevada, and I don't know. I hope I can remember that.
I just kept thinking about Dolly Parton. And that's why I was trying to think of where Dolly Parton's lives.
Oh, yeah.
In pool, the one ball is yellow.
Yellow.
Nobody got the TV game show that has the same name as a tarot card.
I believe it's Jeopardy.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm such an idiot.
Fortunes in, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And Danny, what was the band created by the characters in Saved by the Bell?
Friends Forever.
That's the name of the band or the song?
The name of the band, wasn't
Zack
it?
Attack.
Oh, you're right.
Wow.
Oh, you were shaming Steve.
I was.
Steve
Right,
shamed.
later.
Done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dead to me.
Yeah.
So Zack Attack sang that song, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they did. If they didn't, then you really ought to be Steve shamed.
No, they
Zack
did.
Attack?
The Zack Attack. I forgot about that.
You eventually figured out that it was New York for the Marvel headquarters. There was 3 that you did not get to. In the song, what did Yankee Doodle stick in his hat?
It's like a feather.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice job.
And he called it macaroni.
I got 2 now.
The current American Idol judges are Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and what country singer?
Luke Bryan.
Yes.
Good job.
What?
Yeah.
That was a guesseroo.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was a good one.
That was a
Guesseroo.
correctoroo.
Nice.
In a car, the alternator charges up what as you drive?
The battery.
Yeah. So had you been a little quicker,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have sucked so bad.
I blame Sting.
Yeah, Sting's the guy that did
I
it.
do
Not
too.
the wrestler.
Yeah.
The stupid singer.
Yeah. Sorry, Sting, the stupid singer. There you go.
Go back to the Police.
Even though you like the song now.
I'm joking. I really don't want to hear that song ever.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Oh.
it's more tolerable now, but I still don't like it.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
see if you start dancing if it ever comes on.
Well, if I'm wasted, I'd probably get pretty fired
Well,
up.
you know what? If you're wasted, you like everything.
That's pretty much the case. I mean, I got pretty excited to hear Cake's short skirt, long jacket at Sarah's wedding.
Yeah.
When that played, I was like the only person I think that was fired up to hear that one.
Yeah. Oh, man. There's a woman in Australia. She is going viral after she hollowed out a loaf of bread to sneak in a bottle of wine into a concert.
That's amazing.
That's creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so you can go in, you can walk into a concert with bread?
Yeah, you can bring. This place said you can bring your own food, just no alcohol. And so she thought, okay, security's not going to check. And so she's on TikTok with her video pouring a glass of wine from the bread while she and her friend laugh.
Like, why are these 2 people getting drunk while just enjoying bread? Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's a nice big loaf of bread, and it's just like spewing out wine.
That's hysterical. Now, these venues don't want you to buy. They want you to buy their alcohol. That's probably why they don't let you, bring it in.
Yeah, they probably don't. They want you to spend $20 for a small glass of wine. And she's like, "No, I'm going to just bring my loaf of bread in."
Yeah, I said, "Look, I spent $200 on these tickets. I'm trying to save some cash." And she took the bread home later and made garlic bread, which is really the highlight of the story for me.
I wonder why she chose bread.
Long to hold the bottle, right?
Yeah. I mean, but because we had that one dude we know that will smuggle alcohol into places with like empty bottles of like hair product or something or lotions or whatever. Right? Isn't that what it is?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't clean them out. Like he gets them already empty. Like,
okay.
It's not like you're having dial flavored vodka.
Which is funny because I thought that was what it was happening at first, and then I realized I looked at the actual bottle and I was like, "Oh, this is okay. They sell these somewhere."
Right? It's a mock.
Yeah.
Well, when you're trying to bring a whole bottle of wine in, how do you smuggle that in? What would you put it in?
Well, I mean,
your belly.
Ladies could probably be pretty creative. I mean, men, I don't think
They surprisingly sell a lot of stuff that you can wear. That doesn't involve what Steve is talking about.
If you know a lady that can get the wine in that way, She should be a performer. Because that bottle of wine is formidable.
Well, it depends on the size of the wine.
Well, all right. I mean, what if it's box wine? I mean, I guess that's the way to get it in, right? Thank you. Good night, everybody.
There is one woman, I got to find her online. She has such big bosoms that she can tuck a big bottle of liquor or wine under her bosoms and hold it there and be able to walk on through.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I got to find her.
She's got to at least be a G cup at that point, right?
Yeah.
You've got to be in order to be able to hold that bottle.
Has anyone smuggled booze into something? And
everything.
What have you done it in?
Nothing, just the Pink Whitneys, the little plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Because usually the metal, they're plastic bottles, so the metal detectors don't go off.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Fireball, too.
Wow, look at her, man. Look at her go.
Mm-hmm.
She's able to, she's
I would have never known. Yeah, I would have not known that there was a bottle of alcohol in her bosoms.
Wow, that's impressive, man. She can do a lot with those.
I've been in some concerts where it's like, hey, you can have alcohol at the spot, but when you leave the spot, you can't.
Sure.
And there have been times where I just kind of put it in my back pocket if it's like a bottle and just kind of get like no one ever bothers to look.
No.
Oh,
yeah,
fancy. I still like the loaf of bread. That way, if you get hungry, you get the loaf of bread.
Right. I would eat the whole loaf of bread.
Oh, of course.
I'd actually prefer the loaf of bread over wine because I hate wine.
You just have a drink of wine and a little bite of bread.
I'll just eat the bread. You guys enjoy the wine.
Nice.
Just hurry up because you better finish that bottle because I eat bread quick.
Yeah, you do. That's a good point because the bottle would not be hidden.
Especially if it's sourdough.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. You want to call us? You want to text us? Hey, same number, 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text, 206-803-ROCK. We got your calls and texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. 206-803-ROCK. When you get through, you got to do what the man wants you to do.
And that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we shall gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text.
Oh, man, I just saw something trending on Twitter, and I got really excited, and it wasn't anything I thought it was going to be, BJ.
Oh, what's that? What's going on?
I saw Sackboy was trending on Twitter.
Sackboy?
And I was like, what is Sackboy? And I need to find out. It's a video game. Actually, kind of makes me want to play video games again.
Oh, look at
Sackboy, A Big Adventure. And it's like a little sack.
Yeah, and I don't understand. Like, I also got locked into Twitter, and maybe Vicky can help me out with this because I saw Moon Knight was like a trending topic, and then I go, it's a TV show.
Oh, it's so good.
So I click on it because Moon Knight was out 9 months ago. Mm-hmm. So I go on there, and people are going, "Yeah, I really like it," and I'm just like, "That's why it's trending."
Yeah,
it's funny how that is.
Right, I did the same thing, and I couldn't figure out why.
There's no new news because I thought there might be some new news. Yeah, so sometimes these. I don't like. So it makes me wonder, because it used to be you'd want to if you were a trending topic in Twitter, you were what was up, you were relevant,
right?
And I'm like, well, Moon Knight is not relevant to pretty much all of us that saw it when it first came out, but okay, whatever.
In all fairness, though, with this one with Sackboy is I guess a game that is coming out on. I
love the name Sackboy. That's what I used to call everybody back in the day.
And I love that it's called Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and there's Sackboy just jumping around. It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's Sackboy.
Yeah, it's like Sonic the Hedgehog in space, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like he's on steroids. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's just flying around, but it makes me look like. I don't even know what game console. PlayStation.
Dude, it looked. I mean,
I have a PlayStation 2. I think somewhere.
Wow.
Is that compatible?
I don't think that'll work for that. Those graphics look way too complex for that.
There's also a game called Meet Your Maker.
Oh, that looks really good,
It's very
too.
Star Wars-esque.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know what the hell it is, but it almost has like a Boba Fett feel, that guy.
And do I need a console, or can I play it on my phone? Do we know?
It looks like, I think, maybe also the computer, but I don't know. I don't think your phone.
Oh, do you guys remember? You guys don't remember.
PlayStation Plus, whatever the hell that is.
Do you guys remember the sort of us versus them mentality between PC gamers and console gamers? Are you old enough to remember that?
I mean, it was almost as dumb of a divide as like Kiss fans versus Led Zeppelin fans.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to say I participated in that dumb divide because I was a PC gamer.
Oh, okay. So you refuse to play any kind of console games?
I turned my nose up at console games because I thought you just can't get as complex because you've got this little controller. You don't have an entire keyboard that allows you to do so much from playing a game. Of course, then Halo came out and I realized, God, I can't figure this out, and it's very complex to my brain.
Which is funny on the flip side. I didn't get into the turf wars of it, but like I did almost look a little bit down on PC gamers. I'm like, oh, poor guy couldn't afford a console, so he's playing it on his computer.
I remember the sad
Which
day.
I don't know if it was better or worse, but I never thought that PC games, I thought that was like a step down.
Did you, I don't know what you can define in the moments of your lives, like maybe it's walking into a store or maybe a store no longer here when you realize, my God, I'm old and it's been, and what I know has been replaced. And I remember walking into, first of all, there's no more, I don't think they have Electronics Boutique anymore, but that used to be in a lot of malls.
I don't think so.
But let's say GameStop. You walk into a GameStop, and I remember the wall was filled with PC games, and you had like a couple of racks of console games. And then my wall kept shrinking and shrinking. And that's when I realized, you know what, as much as I want to fight this fight, the PC game wall is like, then we got up racks, and then it was just all about. And I wonder if you have that in your life where you realize what I loved, oh my God, it's going away.
I did witness it at Best Buy. Because Best Buy, sometimes I would go to get CDs.
Oh, all the time.
And you remember at Best Buy, at least I remember when I would walk in, it was like, go to the right, all the electronics. Go to the left, rows of CDs and vinyl.
Yes.
And then slowly but surely, it got a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. And then it was like, okay, here's like 2 shelves of vinyl, and all the CDs are gone. And now I don't even think there's any vinyl at Best Buy. I think they're just completely, like said, deuces to all music.
And I was curious when you said PlayStation Plus what that is, and it's kind of funny because now you don't even need to go buy a physical copy of the game. You can just basically add another service for however much you want, like $9, $15, $20 a month.
Oh, sure, a subscription.
A subscription, and you can play pretty much any game from PlayStation history and download them. Yeah, depending on which level.
Like a pretty good deal.
And you can play monthly or yearly or whatever I was looking at.
Say like it's about $100 and some dollars. So like let's say like $150 a year.
Yeah.
If I'm playing games, I'm probably spending that on a couple of video games. That seems worth it.
Yeah.
Trouble is though, if you're a gamer, sometimes you want to get it for the Xbox, sometimes you want to get it for the PlayStation, maybe you're a Switch person. Are you going to buy subscriptions to all three? Like we have to buy subscriptions to all of these apps.
Once I get a
streaming service.
I was the type of person, whatever console I got, that's the one I would just ride with until it was dead or something new came up, and then I just rode with that one.
Yeah.
So like it was like GameCube was my thing forever. And then eventually it became Xbox.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. You guys have heard how, of course, the big controversy is that, Paramount is canceling a lot of shows because they're merging with Showtime, and Showtime's canceling a lot of shows. So it's all going to be one app.
Oh.
So if you're a Showtime person, your Paramount Plus and Showtime app it'll be, I think it's going to be called Paramount Plus Showtime. I think, what do you know, these names that they're going to have. And it's just like, man, everybody wants my money.
I gotta do like an audit of all the things I'm streaming, because I feel like I'm streaming things I'm not even really taking advantage of.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The one that gets me is Apple. I have no problem with Apple Plus or Apple TV Plus, but like we got it solely so that we go watch Snoopy on Christmas time.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we'll get rid of it. But now our kid loves Snoopy. So now it's like,
dude, I was getting ready to get rid of Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
And what's been hailed as the greatest show on television, which I know you only watch one episode, if that, is Shrinking, which with Jason Segel.
Episode.
It is so good. I think, it'd be interesting to see if you guys watched it. First of all, if you love Marshall from How I Met Your Mother, even though Jason does play a different character, but he has that same Marshall magic in the character. And Harrison Ford is fantastic, and and it's really a good show. So it's like, damn it, Apple TV Plus, I guess I'm not going to cancel you. Because I had it for other reasons. Ted Lasso's back, and I'm so far loving season 3, I should say. So, I mean, I'm with you, Steve. I was ready to let it go.
Although I did end up, and it's funny because Vicky just clicked on it. There is a great docuseries. I know it's wrestling, but get past the wrestling. Actually, I think you would like it.
What's this on?
It's called Monster Factory, and it's on Apple TV Plus, and it's about a training facility in New Jersey called the Monster Factory. They've turned out some like big name wrestlers, but the guy who runs it is this guy Danny Cage, and I think you would like him.
Can't do it.
Why is that?
Because you know what? I'm going to tell you right now.
You don't want to watch it because I'm recommending it.
No, it's not so much that.
What's that?
I'm keeping score.
What's that?
With how many shows that I watch that you tell me to, and then how many shows you watch that I ask you to. And I am way up in the I watch the Steve shows category, and you do not watch the shows I recommend.
Well, because yours are trash and mine are good.
There we go.
I have a good track record.
And so to get me to watch anything that's based on wrestling, that's a big stretch, sir. You owe me a lot. You owe me a lot before I watch it.
I think you'd like it's about the characters. There's one guy, Twitch, who has Tourette's.
Here we go.
And that's his nickname.
That's pretty funny that he does that.
I think he has a bunch like Asperger's, autism, and it's all about like this guy Danny Cage who's like kind of rough around the edges. He's like an East Coaster. He'll just like yell at you. He's kind of out of his mind. But at the end of the day, he's like, who am I to tell somebody that their dream isn't worth trying to live?
Well, I like that guy.
And so like even though he's tough and he's rough around the edges, he has so much love for all these guys, including kids like Twitch, who really. I mean, many people would be like, no, you can't wrestle. You have Tourette's, you have this, you have that. Like, you're just not going to be able to cut it. And this kid's doing great on the independent scene.
Yeah, well, representation is so important these days.
And he's so good, and he's such an interesting... I mean, it's about the characters more than the wrestling.
It sounds like a fantastic show that I will not watch until you catch up.
All right, fine. I'll watch an episode of Shrinking if you watch Monster.
No. You owe me. You at least owe me an episode of Shrinking before we have a conversation.
Tabs on this.
I am. But
That's
you know
a weird
me.
thing to keep tabs
I know, but I'm
he
a
does
weird.
that with me too, and it's like I don't
care
if you watch a show or not. I'm just
Vicky
like, hey, this is a thing.
No, Vicky always is like, you got to watch this, you got to watch that.
And how many of the shows or movies that I have recommended have been trash?
I never said they were trash.
So don't matter. That supersedes everything.
But you got to watch stuff that I watch. I mean, like I have.
Your stuff is actually, it's in space, and they're like people that are animals.
There's nobody in space with Shrinking. They're all human beings. And Vicky, I don't have a problem with you. You and I have a good record together.
You try to give me crap sometimes, too.
Yeah, but I'm not giving you crap right now. What are you yelling at me for?
I'm preemptively yelling at you.
I haven't given you crap. You've given me great shows, and
I've given you great shows.
I know, but you don't take any of my shows.
Because your shows aren't great.
Shrinking is considered the best show on television right now.
Well, maybe I'll watch it. Texter says it's absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
There you go. Now you're
all right.
You have the service. Look at you. You know what? This is where you look at me. BJ, I know you hate wrestling, but you'll like this. I go, Steve, I know you love How I Met Your Mother. There are no aliens. There's nobody in the past. There's nobody in the future. These are regular people.
They're talking deers.
Yeah, there's no talking anything. It's all a Steve show. It's like there's nothing about this show.
But they don't shrink.
But you don't shrinking. I can't do it.
You guys watch too much TV.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry that we can't watch Titanic over and over again.
Or American Pie.
And Cops.
Yeah.
Come on, I do watch Cops.
Yeah.
I watched that Monster Factory thing on the trip to Vegas. I just binge watched it.
Oh, see, that's
like
a good time
episodes.
to watch documentaries.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's a good one. Plane's good for that. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That is also the number to text. What do you want to talk about? More of your calls, more of your texts. We'll take those at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
You diet, you work out, and still there's that one stubborn spot. Hey, it's Jason. I just went after my stubborn fat by doing cool sculpting at Tureen Dermatology, Minnesota's top cool sculpting provider. Dr. Tureen is my dermatologist. We froze my fat, and those fat cells are gone for good. FDA approved. No pain, no downtime. Ranked top doctor 8 years in a row. Trust the experts at Tureen Dermatology. Call today, 651-633-6883, and say goodbye to stubborn fat.
Give dads and grads the gift of relaxation with Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Dads and Grads Season Ticket to Relax offers $30 off a massage or facial gift card or $70 off a massage and facial gift package. With 8 Seattle area locations, it's easy to find the one nearest you or explore exclusive online gift card sales. Let Hand and Stone help dads and grads restore, relax, and reset. Restrictions apply. See spa for more details.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
My name is Miranda Beckner, and I'm a Pima medical student. I have always had the support from Pima Medical. Now I'm way more confident. They care about my success. I want my kids to know that anything in life is possible. I'm going to school to provide something better for them. I feel like I have the world in the palm of my hands.
Learn hands-on medical skills and life skills to start your healthcare career with confidence.
You can do this too. Start now at pmi.edu.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. Let's go to Joe in Everett. Joe, you're on the Rock.
Hola.
Hola, Joe, hola. Don't forget the Men's Room Afternoons right here on the Rock. What you got, buddy?
Hey, so you guys were talking about like OfferUp and eBay. I'm a pretty avid user of OfferUp for the last 6 years.
All right.
So I was on the market. I'm looking for an RC boat, radio controlled boat.
Okay.
At the RC store, it's about $400 retail, and I found one on OfferUp for half the price.
Nice.
Description says, brand new, hasn't seen the water, blah blah blah. So I messaged the guy, and I'm like, hey, I want to buy your boat. And he's like, okay, I'm in Redmond, and I'm in Covington. So it's quite a jaunt for me to get to Redmond. So I'm like, okay, I'll pick it up in the morning. So I texted before I leave, hey, I'm on my way. He's like, cool. So I get there in the condominiums. And I'm sitting there, and I get there, and I text him back saying, hey, I'm here. And he's like, okay, I'll be down in a few minutes. I got to put my dog out. So about 20 minutes later, I'm like, what's going on?
Wow.
So I text him back again. I'm like, hey, where are you at? I'm here. And he's like, oh, I'm still dealing with my dog. I sat there for an hour, and I got one response back, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Even if he came down with the boat, I wouldn't have bought it, and I would have punched him in the throat. But I wasted 3 hours of my life.
Damn, that's why.
More importantly, what kind of bowel movement was this dog going?
Yeah, this dog
that took an hour.
Yeah,
And the thing is, with OfferUp, you get so many flaky people.
Yeah.
Do ya?
Yeah.
I mean, even with Marketplace on Facebook, it's just people are just weird.
Yeah, they are. That's why I don't want to deal with them.
There are so many times where I just want to respond to someone like, stop making this weird. And it's with anything, but sometimes with our texters, like, what are you doing? Come on, you're making this weird. Knock it off.
It's funny how there's like a weird psychology to dealing with people, because if you try to put something out for free, you'll get a lot more flaky people. They're like, hey, whatever, it's free.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I want to give this away, I don't care about it, you put like $5, then you'll have more serious inquiries.
I can see that.
Which I think is insane. Like, I'm giving this away, and people can't stop by and pick it up.
Isn't that crazy?
Right, but like $5.
That's why it's going to take a lot for me to get involved in the whole picking up thing. Like, we did it with the crib through OfferUp, and it would only be like those big things that I feel like at least we'll get $100 or more for, because like for a few bucks here and a few bucks there. Like, my wife does, like, was it Mercari or
Mercari?
Mercari, and she loves that. Like, which I think it's interesting. Like, she'll put a lot of the baby clothes on there, and somebody will buy it, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. But at least you're shipping it; you don't have to worry about anything.
Which, I mean, you can do all the shipping through it. Like, it automatically adds it. Which, because I've sold a lot of
shipping,
stuff,
and then you just have to print the label. And
and you can choose. Nice. I will give you free shipping, where I'll cover the cost of shipping, or you can cover the cost of shipping. And now they do a local thing, so it's kind of like OfferUp too. Now, if you wanted.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't do that.
I'd rather just ship things.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I would rather save my money and pay.
Well, yeah, like that guy said, like, he just wasted 3 hours of his day and left empty-handed. Like, that would be so infuriating.
206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's the number to text. Hey, look, it's one of the Skywalkers. It's Skywalker in Linwood. You're on the Rock.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Not too bad. All right, Skywalker. Nickname, I gather?
Well, actually, the men's room gave it to me.
Oh, nice.
They saw something on TV that I was on, and the men's room said, "Hey, we're just going to call you Skywalker from now on."
Were you packing a large lightsaber or something like?
It's actually a long story that goes back about 7 years ago. It's all about a baby in a dumpster, but we'll just leave it at that.
But how the hell do they call you a Skywalker? Oh, because maybe Luke was left with the. All right, maybe that's why. All right.
BJ, he said it was a long story.
Well, how long could a story be? Are you related to the Star Wars movie? I mean, how does a baby in a dumpster got to do with Luke and his sword? I just,
because I was on the news and we were talking about this incident, And so they looked it up on the news, and they thought I looked like Luke Skywalker.
So you don't even have to say that. You just have to say you look like Luke Skywalker. It has nothing to do with the story.
Then it sounds like I'm saying I look like Luke Skywalker, and I don't think I look like Luke Skywalker.
I'd like to apologize.
I would like to.
You do not deserve this kind of hostility from BJ.
When you call BJ's show, can you just use your real name?
Was that before or after the shot of the day? Because, I mean, really, this story could have been very quick.
It was actually. It was under 30 seconds.
That's because I sussed it out.
So maybe
I don't even know about a baby in a dumpster to know that you look like friggin' Mark Hamill. That has nothing to do with a baby in a dumpster. Though right now, I'd like to put myself in a dumpster.
How about we put you in the phone screening booth and you handle all the calls, and then you can flesh all these things out.
Oh, please!
We'll never get any calls.
You would never get anybody on the air.
And if we had Yelp, we'd have bad Yelp reviews.
Oh, yeah. Would. All right. Well,
Skywalker. First of all, our apologies, and secondly, why are you calling?
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want?
Okay, so about the buying things from other people on offer ups, things like that. And you're talking about people come to your house and why did you give your address? I've found the safest place to meet anybody. Meet them inside a bank. There's plenty of them around. You
inside
can meet
of a
someone
bank?
in the middle. You can meet inside of a bank. And if they ask, why do you want to meet inside the bank? Say, because I'm going to put the money directly into my account. If they balk on meeting at the bank, there's something going on because...
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean, I've seen it on the news where someone got robbed because they were trying to sell $80 cell phone. Well, no one's going to rob you inside a bank.
You know what's funny, though?
I like that. You're right. That's
Scott,
a good place.
If you did say it, which I understand your rationale, and there's nothing weird about it, but if you said, hey, I'm going to buy whatever, okay, I'll meet you inside of a bank, I'd probably be like, that sounds weird. I don't know if I want to meet somebody inside of a bank. Even though I'm no ill intentions, it just feels weird that that's where we're going.
Where would you like to go? Starbucks, a strip club? Where would you like to go?
Yes, outside of Fox's, pole position.
That, to me, pole position is the place to make all your transactions. Yeah,
I feel like there's been a few transactions probably made there, so I don't think they'll be upset.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I know my wife was told to meet behind a bank in order to make the transactions when she was going to buy.
We learned that was a bad idea.
Yeah, with the Vietnamese currency that she was going to buy.
But OfferUp offers they have a website that they send you. It's like a safe places to meet website.
Oh, really?
And so and you type in what your zip code is in, and then it'll tell you. But the problem is I did that after I gave the address, so it really meant no. I was just curious. And the closest one though was Federal Way, and I'm like, I'm not driving all the way to Federal Way to do this. I'd rather come to my house and risk me getting shanked.
Wait a second, this is wild. It's
mostly outside of a police station or you don't
have a police station in Puyallup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, why did OfferUp go? Yeah, go to Fetty Way.
I don't know.
How about you? Oh man, they have a little sticker on the police station going OfferUp safe place.
I guess I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow, what is wrong with us?
See, I would just have assumed a parking lot.
Yeah,
outside of in a mall.
Oh, parking lots are sketch though, man.
In the middle of the day in a mall?
Oh, I don't trust the middle of the day anymore. Middle of the day now, nobody cares. They used to care. It used to be all nefarious activity happen at night. Mm-hmm. Now people are more brazen. They don't care. They don't care if you got cameras. They don't care about anything. Porch pirates everywhere. They don't care. You can see their face. They don't care.
I don't think I've ever had a bad experience in a parking lot.
Oh, you know what, buddy? Come to my parking lot.
You know what? The way you say that? No. Never. I'd rather meet you inside of a bank.
All right. We'll see if we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Then I can make a deposit.
Again. Maybe I just won't see you at all.
That's a good call. Yeah. Let's go to Aaron in Auburn, 206-803-ROCK. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Aaron, what you got, buddy?
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning, Moonbeam.
There you go. Hey, I just threw up on my mouth with your little comment about making a deposit. Thank you for that.
You and me both.
Hey, listen, buddy. Until you come to my bank, don't judge.
Hey, how many of you guys seen the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Of course.
Okay. Have you seen the movie Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio and Meryl Streep and whoever else?
Yes, it was on
Jonah
Netflix.
Hill in that?
Netflix, yes.
Yeah. Was Jonah Hill in that?
I think he was, yeah.
I can't remember, to be honest. But yeah, Leo was in it. And all those people you mentioned. Yeah. Don't Look Up. It's a longer version of Idiocy, but it's so good.
Okay, so how hard is it to think that Hollywood makes movies that depict real life, right? They did the train derailment in Ohio. They actually made that movie 2 years ago. They made a movie about Outbreak and Contagion. That stuff actually happens.
Oh.
How hard is it to think that our society is heading towards that movie, Don't Look Up, where people are just unbelievably wrapped into what they see on their phones?
Well, here's the
and
thing.
what they're being told.
I watched that. I'm like, wow, it seems like some of this. You're like, oh boy, there's some people already like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron, I would say this.
Yes, right?
Yeah, I think it's when you're in your own echo chamber, which is also, I think, a subtext of that movie where you just refuse to believe anything because you're only going to believe what the people around you who think like you, do like you. That's all you're going to believe in life. And that's the scary part of what I think that movie is saying, too, is that you got to get out of your echo chamber. You have got to listen to other opinions, even if you got to hang out with people that don't think like you and still be okay with them, even though they don't think like you. That way you will, you won't end up like Idiocracy or Don't Look Up. So I think it's a cautionary. That's why I love movies like that. I think it's a fantastic movie. Maybe people can learn, perhaps maybe I shouldn't be, thinking the way I think sometimes.
Do you think that they would tell us if something was going to crash into Earth in 2 years?
Oh boy, you said that
was the that was kind of the point of it. Is Hollywood, for some odd reason, they seem to have this playbook of what's happening.
Let me ask you that. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're going down the conspiracy theory road.
Yeah.
You see now
not really conspiracy theory, just more of what are the chances?
You're literally theorizing about a conspiracy about Hollywood. That is what a conspiracy theory is.
There it is.
That was the button.
There you go. That's looking for.
Have you seen Monster Factory, the docu-series about wrestling on Apple Prime? Can you recommend it to BJ for me? Because he won't take my recommendations.
Yeah, don't do it. Aaron, are you afraid that is true? Because I have one bit of advice for everybody who's afraid about big government and Hollywood experience. Okay, good. Because
I'm not afraid.
But you called us and said, hey, what do you think?
Are you wearing a hat made out of tinfoil?
Yeah, I am.
I am too.
I just took it off.
Yeah, there we go. I will say this.
Oh, because the phone, I understand.
I always say this to my friends that, and this is why I don't worry about conspiracy theories. If indeed an organization is big enough to pull off a hoax where they basically trick the entire country, there is no way you are going to be able to stop that. Like some of my friends will go, you know what? I'm going to buy myself some extra weapons. They won't get me. I go, dude, you're talking about the entire country that has the military at their command. If they're that nefarious that they're keeping the truth from you and releasing whatever and doing whatever, do you think whatever little pocket gun collection you have is going to stop drones from coming to your house and just bombing you if the government is that evil?
I've got a BB gun, man. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, my tin hat.
Yeah, and the tin
foil hat. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's why at this point, if my government's like that, hey, you know what? Give me a beverage. Take me out when it's time because I can't stop something that big. Why worry about that?
That'd be funny if it all spawned from like a conversation over dinner where a couple of guys, like big leaders, were just like, man, you really back in the day, people fell for the War of the Worlds, that radio bit. And like, no one would ever fall for that now. I'm like, hold my beer.
Yeah,
and see what happens.
It's so true. And look, yes, there are things that the government doesn't tell us because they feel like it's the right thing to do. I'd like to believe they're not nefarious, but really just want to keep us safe, and I feel like there are good people that are still out there trying to do the right thing. I don't think there's anybody twirling a mustache going, you know what?
I mean, mustache, I would be.
You believe Skynet's a real thing, so I mean,
are we not watching it happen in front of us?
See again,
artificial intelligence,
but it's not a conspiracy theory, is it?
No, this is a life theory.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
We're watching everyone's losing their jobs to robots, man.
That's what I'm going to say.
That even brought up in our big meeting yesterday. Artificial intelligence.
That was so exciting. That was the greatest question ever.
It was a legit question.
I love the fact that somehow you put the right guy up to ask it, so nobody looked bad except that guy.
He didn't look bad at all.
No. Oh no, not to the heroes of the room, but to Skynet. Skynet's got their eye on him.
Oh, he's the first target.
He's the first target.
Yeah.
I got news for you. At any minute, he's going to be replaced by a complete AI machine. He's not going to be the guy we know. You watch.
There's a very good chance he already is.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. So they get you.
Oh, and apparently, according to some people say, police departments, they have an internet meetup spot outside of their building now. They even have it like labeled on the parking spot.
Oh, that's cool.
Internet meetup spot.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that would
everything.
What if that's for like a back page?
Yeah, I feel like
what?
I feel like that's plenty of fish places.
Right. Sorry, officer. I thought this is where I'm supposed to meet my hooker.
Yeah, I mean, it says internet meetup spot. What are you talking about?
Why would you have it if I can't use it?
That is a fair defense. I think my client should go.
I thought I was playing a blow-up doll.
Yeah, right.
That's it. All right, well, we have a question that has to be answered, and I do believe this is a conspiracy. What do Ryan Castle and lip balm have in common?
Oh, boy, there come the Steve texts.
Yeah, and it's not a conspiracy. It's true. I'll tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and lip balm have in common?
You have a cold sore.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
Someone said Steve gives each a little twist before putting them on his lips.
Oh.
Yeah.
And during.
Yes. Yeah. I like the text. Generic Steve text number 3.
Yeah.
I'm not reading number 1 or number 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. Apparently I didn't even know about this old trend, but I guess this is an old trend with people putting lip balm on their eyelids. Have you guys heard of this? To get high?
No.
I never heard of this,
but I'd like to try it.
I am going to go ahead and
go try it.
It does not work.
Yeah, good call. You are a smart man because people have been doing it on TikTok lately, so folks thought, hey, they call it Beezin because they're using Burt's Bees lip balm, and so they're calling it Beezin.
I kind of want to do it just so I can say I'm Beezin.
Yeah.
We are doomed as a species.
We've been doomed for a while.
They claim it gets them high. They claim it intensifies your alcohol. They claim it'll keep you awake so you can have a full night of partying or studying.
They claim it'll keep your eyelids moist.
Yeah, they have. I'll tell you this: the doctors, no, it doesn't do any of that except the menthol and the peppermint could get in your eye and hurt your eye, morons.
When did we just stop doing cocaine like the old-fashioned way?
I know, dude. I mean,
maybe we should snort the lip balm.
There you go.
There's
your next TikTok challenge.
All right, Ryan Castle, he's got a challenge. Try to get through his show, but he's got a 12-pack. That's next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
T-Mobile's network can help keep you connected to all your favorite podcasts when you're out and about. Whether you're an early bird looking to dive into a daily news podcast or a night owl who wants to catch up on the latest reality TV drama, T-Mobile will keep you connected on their strong and reliable network. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. So if you need great coverage, especially when you're on the go, check out T-Mobile. Find out more at T-Mobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY.
High schoolers are busy, but no one's too busy to help fight blood cancer. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is looking for our next Student Visionaries of the Year. With a little initiative, chosen students can change the lives of real patients and help be a part of the last generation to see blood cancer. Learn more about our program and how to nominate a young visionary in your community at lls.org/studentvisionaries. That's lls.org/studentvisionaries.
If you need rehab after surgery, help at home, or if you need a place to enjoy the best years of your life after 60, Carriage is here for you. Carriage is a family-owned healthcare and senior living company that puts people first. Let us provide you with short-term, post-acute rehabilitation at one of our skilled nursing facilities in Bellevue and Renton. Expert in-home care and support to clients throughout Washington. Or enjoy a vibrant retirement in elegant, amenity-rich surroundings in Washington and California. Learn more at carriage.com.
Invest in your future on your schedule at Columbia College. Earn an accredited degree faster with 8-week classes starting 6 times a year. Go at your own pace as you build your future. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.